engineer. Dow futures are up 157. This is CBS News.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, April 25th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.9 WATD.
959 WATD.com.
Little drizzle around there. Right now, 51 degrees around the South Shore at 7:03. Good Friday morning on Lori Kirby, WATD News. The news is sponsored by St. Anne's Credit Union this half hour. St. Anne's Credit Union. Leverage the power of St. Anne's local lending advantage at their newly opened lending center at 55 Long Pond Road in Plymouth. NMLS number 525435. Insured by NCUA. Member MSIC. A man carrying a backpack with an AR-style pistol inside was arrested after walking into the Aetna headquarters in Connecticut yesterday. Authorities say the company's security guards detained the man within several minutes after he entered the building in Hartford. They held him there until police arrived on scene. Police say it's not clear yet what the man's intentions were. Court and public records show he has a criminal history involving convictions for assault, threatening, and drug possession. The arrest comes amid concerns about healthcare executive safety following the December 2024 killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City. Massachusetts voters may soon decide on a state income tax cut. All right, we'll tell you about that in 30 seconds. Keep it here.
Thinking of purchasing a home? St. Anne's Credit Union can help. They host free seminars monthly where industry experts and guest speakers will review home buying basics, financing options, and tips on improving credit aimed at helping you successfully navigate through life's journey. Space is limited, so sign up today by visiting stannes.com/free-seminars. Equal housing opportunity. Member MSIC. Insured by NCUA. NMLS number 525435.
Of course, April 15th has come and gone, and it's always a very stressful time when we talk about taxes. But here's some potential good news, depending on what side of the equation you're on here. Massachusetts voters may soon decide on a state income tax cut from 5 to 4%. 5 to 4%. Supporters argue this would boost the economy in Massachusetts and make our state more affordable. They say the average middle-class resident would save more than $1,000. Opponents, including some Beacon Hill lawmakers, warn it could harm public programs and strain the budget. But again, the proposal is dividing business and union leaders here. House Speaker Ron Mariano says he's open to negotiating a compromise. Proponents highlight the high number of people leaving Massachusetts, and they point to North Carolina's success with tax cuts. A ballot question on the proposal may go before the voters in November. Long road ahead, though. A lot of signatures and, of course, hurdles to get through there. The town of Marshfield will unveil a monument this Sunday that is dedicated to all of the town's residents who took part in the Revolutionary War. This is Tom Whalen, the head of the Marshfield Revolutionary War Honor Roll Committee, with more.
We're fortunate that the state put out a thing called Soldiers and Sailors of the American Revolution. Mm-hmm. It's 17 volumes, and it's probably 1,000 pages. It lists everybody who served, everybody that they knew served in the war. But it didn't list towns they came from. That was the next phase that we had to go. We probably used 5 or 6 different search engines to find the names that we had, and we used town records, too.
Now, because of the rain in the forecast for this Sunday afternoon, the dedication ceremony is being moved inside to the Congregational Church in Marshfield. That ceremony begins at 1 p.m. this Sunday. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held at Hanson Farm in Bridgewater this Monday, previous, to celebrate a conservation easement, which Matt Delaney of Pembroke says will protect a portion of the farm's roughly 275 acres from future development.
And this was the last, privately owned farm of this size in the town of Bridgewater, and I think in a lot of areas. It's amazing. They're going to have walking trails and they still are working cars over there. And I'm watching this thing yesterday. I could see a couple of young calves frolicking out in the field. I can't say enough. It was emotional for me. We need more things like this to help our environment. And there's wetlands, and they have to build a little bridge for the walking path, and everything is being put together now. So there's a small path, but they're going to have quite a trail that people can go and really enjoy for eternity.
The conservation restriction was finalized in July 2025. It was made possible through funding from the state's Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Grant Program and Local Community Preservation Act funds. Traffic and weather together coming up in just a moment here, brought to you today by Cape Auto Body. Cape Auto in Plymouth, a 4-generation family business since 1952. Now that's longevity. Collision and service automotive repair that you can trust. Cape Auto is worth a visit.
Been in an accident? Make your first call to Cape Auto Body in Plymouth. They're more than a body shop. They're your accident recovery partners. They assist with towing, seamless insurance coordination, and even car rental assistance to keep your life moving. Their iCar Gold Class team uses the latest technology to ensure perfect repair every time. Don't settle for good enough when it comes to your family's safety. Choose the Plymouth area's certified experts at Cape Auto Body. Since 1952, they've got you covered. Online at capeautobody.com.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
Good morning. It is 7:09, and taking a look right now at your Friday ride. We do have delays on the expressway from Adams Street up to Andrews Square. Drive time now about 22 minutes. Braintree to Boston, Route 3. Moderate volume around Union Street. That's about it. Looks great on the northbound side. Southbound, a little company to Sagamore. And also busy getting on the Bourne Bridge. 24 is slow from Harrison Boulevard in Avon up past 139. 93, some reduced speeds out of Braintree getting over to Canton. 128 north is slow from University Ave to 109 in Dedham. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
Rather gray sky, an April shower developing. It'll be dry through the middle of the day. Another shower around later. A high of 61 to 65, cooler at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, spotty mist in the mid-40s. And we'll stay raw tomorrow with fog, patchy mist at times in the air. A raw breeze off the Atlantic, a high of 53. Sunday looks wetter with showers moving in, some rain, the high 56. Monday, great day for runners at the Boston Marathon with an offshore breeze. Now, it's not from the southwest, it'll be from the northwest, keeping it very dry and on the cooler side. Even as sunshine breaks through the clouds, it can be a stray sprinkle late in the day, a high of 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes for WATD. I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Murky out there, a little bit of drizzle as well, and mist at 51 degrees in Marshfield. At the weather station WATD, I'm Lori Kirby at 7:12 on a Friday. Rob's waving to Yoo-hoo on YouTube. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala, your host on 95.9 WATD.
Oh, Lori, thank you so much. 7 o'clock hour of the South Shore's Morning News, 95.9 FM on the radio and YouTube live, WATD Radio on YouTube. Friday mornings after the news at 7, Name That Tune. We check in with Stephen Karadianis from the Plymouth Philharmonic, plymouthphil.org. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
Well, we're midway through another month and beginning another long holiday weekend. Time marches on.
True, I know. We've got,
that's a hint already, I think.
Patriots Day, Marathon Monday, and school vacation week, right? Is that next week?
It's all happening. Yep.
Oh. And What's happening now is Name That Tune. All right, so what we're going to do is Steven's got some great selections for us as always this week. We're going to hear one in just a moment, and you need to be the first caller, okay? So as soon as you know the tune, just call the number 781-837-4900. 781-837-4900. As soon as you know it, call in. We'll put you on, and you'll win a Plymouth Phil voucher. It's my last one I have, Stephen, for the May concert. So this would be either Saturday, May 2nd at 7:30 or Sunday, May 3rd at 3. And you can go to see the Plymouth Phil. It's the Blockbuster Broadway show.
That's right.
So if you want to go, give us a call. As soon as you know, name that tune, and we'll put you on. You'll win that voucher to go see the concert. All right, so get ready to play. I gave you the number. So now Stephen is going to set us up here. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning. So it's springtime in New England, and the whole region will soon be in full bloom. Let's celebrate this seasonal wonder with wonderful music. Let it roll, Rob. I hate talking over such beautiful music. We hear now music that comes from an exotically set opera by a 19th century French composer. It premiered 143 years ago this week, April 14th, 1883.
All right. Anybody know it yet? We're still waiting for a correct guess. So.
Oh, Rob, rub it in.
What?
If I could say the wrong answer, but somebody else is going to say the wrong answer, so I can't say the wrong answer. But
Don't say the wrong one or the right one. Don't say anything, Lori.
No, silence. All right.
No chocolates for you.
All right. No, it's good. Good for taking a guess there, Lori. 781-837-4900. Name this tune that we're hearing now.
It's from Act 1 of the opera and is, as you can hear, an exquisite blending of two voices in close harmony, a soprano and a mezzo-soprano. In the opera, this music features the title character and her servant. They're singing about going down to the banks of a river to gather something. I can't tell you what that something is because it's in the title of the music.
Oh, that gives you a clue. And remember to call, name that tune, 781-837-4900. Call us now. We'll put you on the air and you'll win the Plymouth Phil tickets.
Lori, the music is recognizable from the many times it's used in TV and film. You may have heard it while watching The Simpsons or Parks and Rec. And at the movies, it shows up on soundtracks, including such unlikely films as the Angry Birds movie and Bad Santa.
No, that is really
Wow.
like the juxtaposition is so bizarre.
Yeah. We had,
I think that's the point.
That's the
I think
point.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul from Bridgewater says he doesn't know, but he thought it was used in the Shawshank Redemption. I don't know that for sure, but it could have been. I know there was a lot of music in that soundtrack.
I'm going to
but
rewatch that movie.
Paul says he doesn't know the name of the song, though. Okay, no. If you do know the name of the song, 781-837-4900. I'll start it again here. See if we can get winners. So keep calling. I'll go answer the phones at 781-837-4900. 4900. Name that tune. Name that tune. 781-837-4900. I will go and watch the phone, guys.
You know, Looney Tunes kind of created the whole notion of having this great classical music, which kids became familiar with as Roadrunner was, trying to outwit Coyote.
Well, I certainly credit all of those Warner Brothers cartoons for my initial baptism into the world of classical music. I think we all did. And even, what other cartoons? Animaniacs had classical music. The Smurfs would have classical music.
Oh, yeah.
So that was just a way of indoctrinating kids into something they wouldn't normally hear.
I know, which is why I was so lucky to grow up in a house with so much classical music. I just was so lucky. And, sitting on the stairs when the adults would still be talking and listening to the operas, at 6 and 7 at the top of the stair at night, I just fell in love with it.
Well, you're way ahead of me there. I didn't have that that kind of soundtrack in my household. It was a lot of Greek music and other popular music, yeah.
This is almost too beautiful, if you know what I mean. It's almost painful.
I'll tell you, I was thinking the last time I actually conducted this with orchestra and 2 singers, and it is so easy to get lost in it, and you actually have to be careful conducting it to make sure you can keep it all together.
Oh, interesting, Stephen. I can imagine, especially if one feels the music as you do, which is why you are brilliant at what you do.
No. I'll tell you, the hardest lesson I ever learned was from a conducting teacher who asked actually told us it's not our job to feel the music. And I'm going, what? Heresy, how can you say that?
Right.
And they said, no, you don't understand. You've been living with this music all along. The audience only gets it once. So it is their job to feel the music. It's our job to make sure they feel the music. So I've never forgotten that lesson. It was a hard pill to swallow when I first heard it, but that's exactly how I work. I mean, I've already had the music, in performance. It's time to share it.
Interesting.
All right, boy. Well, I think, wait a minute. Just when I was ready to give up, we're getting a call. I will go and pick this up.
Or maybe people, they don't want to guess about the music. They
I'll
just want
guess,
to listen to it.
But I'm prohibited.
Well, yes. During the commercial break, you can whisper it into my ear. How about that?
All right. I'll whisper in your ear any day, Maestro.
Oh. Hey.
I'm teasing everybody. Stand down. Stand
it's
down.
Okay. But
No,
you got
it's very okay.
You got me to blush just a little.
I like to do that. I'm also buying us time because I think Rob is... listen to that note. And then she hits the mezzo, hits that almost a dissonant. I don't know if that's a C S minor chord there or C9 minor, but it's just that where she hits the dissonant note beneath the soprano is incredible.
Well, that's what makes this music sound like it aches so much. You need dissonance, and then you need its resolution. And that's what makes all of this ache.
Yes. See, music really is a language. People are like, oh my gosh, those two are like gushing over us.
Hello?
Hello, Rob.
All right, yes, name
We're
that
getting
tune.
carried away here.
The extended edition. All right, now let's see if we can move it along, because I know we're running behind. So let's go to John from Marshfield. John, save me. John, good morning. You're on with Stephen in the Plymouth Phil.
Hey, Rob. How about the Flower Duet?
Flower Duet.
Hey, John, thanks so much for calling in and naming that tune. How much more of this do you know? Do you know the name of the opera or the name of the composer?
Is it Mozart?
No. So it's almost 100 years later than Mozart. French composer Léo Delibes, and this is from his opera Lakmé. But you're right, it's the Flower Duet.
That's John.
And it is very, very similar to the song that is played on the Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, so maybe what that listener was
Okay.
talking about. So Paul was saying he thought it was here, but that's a different song.
It is very similar. If you look that one up, you'll notice how similar it is.
No, I'll have to go play them back to back.
It could be
now.
Strauss's 4 last songs, because at first blush, I thought this was one of Strauss's 4 last songs, Stephen. Do you see where I'm going there vocally?
Yes. Although this is a duet and the solo,
True.
those are solo songs.
Fair enough.
Well, John, you
And the
did
song on Shawshank was a Mozart song, I believe.
Great.
Okay. Well, John, you got that. We're going to get you the Plymouth Phil tickets. You're going to be going in May. Let's see if we can do the fast version. Stephen, we have another song. Let's see if John can get this one. This one's for fun, right?
Let it roll.
I bet this will sound familiar to John.
Yes. The dance of the.
Come on.
Oh, shoot.
You got it. You got it. You're so close.
Well, there's a theme here, John. What was the name of the first duet?
What's the name of the
you
song
talked
you just said?
The Solaria. Which one?
about? The one that you just said. What was the duet's name?
Mozart.
Okay.
What are you asking me?
Well, the
I'm
first
driving.
title. The first title of the
Yeah.
duet was called.
The.
Solaria?
Oh, no.
Okay, so you know what? That's okay, because we're talking about In Full Bloom. So we first heard the flower duet, and now we're hearing Waltz of the Flowers from Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker. So again, we're sticking to the garden this morning.
Well, John, actually, I have your number here, so I'll text you back later and get the details, okay?
All right.
And
That's
get you those
good, Rob.
tickets. All right. Well, thank you, John from Marshfield.
He was
Thank you,
great.
John.
He was
Bye-bye.
so into it.
Yeah, he was. I know
applaud
he's driving the
John.
car, so I think it was a little tougher to keep going for
Plus,
the
you're
second.
on the radio. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I know. Stephen, we've got one more song because I got to
Let
wrap
it
it up.
roll. So it was 251 years ago tomorrow night, April 18th, 1775. The midnight ride of Paul Revere and William Dawes occurred as the two men rode out of Boston about 10 p.m. to warn patriots at Lexington and Concord of the approaching British. At the dawn of the next day on the Lexington Green, about 70 armed militia stood face to face with a British advance guard unit. An unordered shot heard around the world began the American Revolution. We hear now movie music from The Patriot, a film released nearly 26 years ago. It's a fictional story set against the backdrop of the American Revolution, and just another example of a movie greatly enhanced by its music, composed by John Williams.
Great stuff. Stephen Kurdianis, name that tune. We do it every Friday at this time on WATD. Stephen, thank you.
Thank you, Rob and Lori. Make it a great day.
You too, Stephen. Bye.
Bye-bye.
WATD traffic and weather. Quick update. We'll let you know that Route 3 is just slow at Union Street. The expressway heavy from Adams Street up towards Andrews Square. We are seeing some delays getting onto the Cape Bridges. South Shore weather for today. We'll have gray skies, an April shower developing, drying during the midday highs, 61 to 65, cooler on the coast. Weather sponsored by King Optical. King Optical is located in Braintree. And of course, they've been in business for over 70 years. Choose from thousands of custom frames or get replacement lenses crafted for your favorite pair of glasses. KingOptical.net.
Harmful UVA, UVB sun rays are a bother. It's time to visit King Optical in Braintree for a new pair of sunglasses. Hi, I'm Dina from King Optical. The right prescription or even non-prescription sunglasses do make a difference. Come to King Optical and choose from traditional sunglasses, custom tinted, polarized lenses, or transitions lenses. We literally have thousands to choose from. At King Optical, we also offer walk-in express service. King Optical, 20 School Street West in Braintree, just off Washington Street, and online at kingoptical.net.
WATD Sports, sponsored by Stewart Painting. Every job done right and on time. Receive a virtual quote within 24 hours. Now hiring. Apply online, stewartpaint.com. Red Sox will open up a series against the Tigers at Fenway tonight at 7:15. Celtics take on Philadelphia. The 76ers round one of the playoffs. Game 1 Sunday at the Garden at 1. The Bruins are going to play the first round of their playoffs against Buffalo. They'll be in Buffalo to take on the Sabres. That'll be Sunday evening at 7:30. That's your quick update on sports.
Wouldn't you just love new kitchen cabinets without the high cost, the mess, and the inconvenience? Hi, I'm Sheldon Stewart of Stewart Painting, and I know how scary the thought of a demoed kitchen can be. So I have a solution. Allow our cabinet refinishing team to restore the beauty to your kitchen cabinets. Our professionals will apply a sprayed finish and then swap out the hardware for a completely new look. And the task will be completed in days, not weeks. We paint hundreds of kitchen cabinets every year, and we would love to add your cabinets to our list of happy homeowners. In addition to our locations in Hyannis and Hingham, we are now servicing Newton, Wellesley, and Nantucket. Finance options and military veterans discounts are now available for all projects. The process is fast, and it's easy, and there's no hidden fees. Head to our website at stewartpaint.com to see if you pre-qualify. It's never been this easy to turn your vision into reality. With over 40 years of excellence, Stewart Painting. Expect the best.
Let's talk about AI playing lawyer and investment advisor. Should you trust it? The data speaks. I'm Kim Commando for Carbonite, my #1 choice for cloud backup. Get 50% off at carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better digital life with Carbonite. Here's the thing. AI can pass the bar in every state. It aces medical boards. It'll happily tell you how to invest your 401k, and it's wrong 40 to 50% of the time. So how does it score 100% on the exams and then blow it in real life? Simple. AI has no reasoning, no context, no clue who you are. And when it's wrong, it sounds just as confident as when it's right. Oh, and get this. AI can only read an analog clock correctly 8% of the time. So humans, we're still winning. So get a second opinion, preferably from a human with malpractice insurance. And face it, if your lawyer cannot tell time, the billable hours are going to be a real stretch. Now more than ever, you need tech smarts. That's why you need my free newsletter at getkim.com.
7:30 news coming up with Lori Kirby. It is 7:29. WATD traffic and weather in the nines. Route 3 northbound is slow around Union Street in Braintree. The expressway heavy and slow from Adams Street up towards Andrews Square. 93, some reduced speeds. Route 28 over to 138 in Canton. 128 is heavy 95 to 109. 24 slows down around Harrison Boulevard in Avon. And down the Cape, we're definitely seeing slowing at the Sagamore and the Bourne Bridge, getting up and over on Cape. This report is sponsored by George Washington Toma. Let George Washington Toma get your renovation project started with huge rebates and discounts this Patriots Day weekend with deals on the newest technology. This spring, your kitchen or laundry project will come to life with the help of George Washington Toma. Visit George Washington Toma in Weymouth or Brockton or online at gwtoma.com. George Washington Toma, where there's always a Toma to talk to. Gray skies, an April shower developing and then drying in the midday. Highs 61 to 65, cooler along the coast. Tonight, patchy fog, spotty mist late, a low down to 44. And tomorrow, fog, some mist in the air. Rather raw ocean breeze, a high near 53. Clouds, areas of drizzle and mist. We're at 52 degrees in Marshfield. Good morning. It is 7:30.
The South Shore's Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
51 degrees around the South Shore at 7:31. A little bit of mist out there. We do have some showers on and off this weekend, and we'll run down that weekend weather coming up. Good morning. I'm Lori Kirby, WATD News. The news at 7:30 is brought to you today by South Shore Gutter Monkeys. Experience exceptional care for your home with professional gutter cleaning, repair, and installation services. Contact South Shore Gutter Monkeys for a free estimate today. Will it hold? A ceasefire this hour now is in Beirut.
The state of Lebanon is not a party to this conflict. This is a war between Israel and Hezbollah, which is this powerful militia political party funded, armed, trained by Iran. So there will be a 10-day pause in hostilities, and I think the hope of all of those involved is that there could be some kind of process here that can emerge for a long-term deal between the two countries.
President Trump saying this.
I will say the war in Iran is going along swimmingly. we can do whatever we want. And it should be ending pretty soon.
Reaction from Tel Aviv.
I hope that it'll actually change something, but due to the fact that history has pretty much shown us that it hasn't worked, I'm not very hopeful that it'll work. I hope we can only hope for the best, I guess.
Talks between the U.S. and Tehran could resume as soon as this weekend. More news in 60 seconds.
Downspout of the South Shore Gutter Monkeys, and today we recognize another everyday American hero, the South Shore Gutter Monkey Gutter Installation Team.
No I in team.
Covering the entire South Shore, these defenders of drainage will remove your old gutters and scrape and paint the fascia board so the surface is South Shore Gutter Monkey approved.
We're talking smooth.
Replacing damaged trim is no problem for these woodworking primates, and with the gutter installation truck right on the premises, these aerial artisans of extruded aluminum will custom build and install your new gutters, with every member of the team actually using a level for proper pitch. And with the benefit of battery-operated tools and the use of the opposable thumb, these prehensiled primates of the sky will install your new gutters behind the drip edge and double seal your end caps and miters for a lifelong watertight seal.
Yowza!
To see a live performance at your home, call the South Shore Gutter Monkeys at 508-477-9100.
Now write that number down.
Or visit SouthShoreGutterMonkeys.com.
Take it, Johnny.
No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Haitian immigrants will have their temporary protected status extended until April 2029. Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley addressing the House of Representatives on a petition to advance a bill by Representative Laura Gillen. Listen in.
If you go to the State Department's website, you will see the Trump administration has designated Haiti as a level 4 code red do not travel because of the multi-layered humanitarian crises of natural disasters, gang violence, and political instability impacting the island. That's why TPS is warranted in this moment. And Secretary Rubio knows that. In fact, when he was in the Senate, it was Rubio who authored the very legislation we are voting on today. And it's not just him who agrees. The U.S. Ambassador, the United Nations, Mike Waltz, has repeatedly discussed the dire conditions of Haiti and its strategic importance to our national security. Ambassador Waltz, who was recently a Republican in this very body, believes we should be working to stabilize Haiti. He knows that the international effort to restore order in Port-au-Prince would be undermined if we deport hundreds of thousands of Haitians to the island. But this isn't just about foreign policy. Secretary Kennedy of the Department of Health and Human Services said something families across the country already know too well, that America is facing a caregiver crisis. But, Mr. Speaker, if we were to deport Haitians, we would lose even more nurses, aides, and caregivers that we desperately need. Those jobs can't be replaced by AI.
Those comments, by the way, happening on the same day that we learned that the head of ICE, the enforcement director, Todd Lyons, has submitted his resignation for the job, capping his leadership of one of the agency's most tumultuous eras, saying he wants to spend more time with his family. No word yet on who his replacement might be. History was made yesterday in Boston, where the city's first black fire commissioner was appointed, Rodney Marshall being introduced as the new fire commissioner of Boston by Mayor Michelle Wu.
Rodney will bring more than 3.5 decades of experience in the Boston Fire Department to this role. He currently serves as Chief of Operations Support, one of 2 executive officers under Commissioner Burke. Deputy Chief Marshall was born and raised in Dorchester and attended Boston College. After graduating, he worked for his mother, who had immigrated from Barbados, and who owned a small business in Mattapan and Roxbury for several years. He joined the Fire Academy. Since then, never looking back, he's done the work to serve our city and to rise through the ranks, learning the job at every level and earning trust every step of the way.
Marshall succeeds Commissioner Paul Burke, who reached the mandatory retirement age of 65. From Boston to Bridgewater, their proposed budget for fiscal year 2027 includes cuts to town services. WATD's Christian Maitre reports.
At a recent special town council meeting, multiple cuts to services and town positions were included in Bridgewater's proposed budget for fiscal year 2027. Bridgewater Town Manager Justin Casanova Davis said an increase in the cost of employee benefit plans has added further strain to the budget. Casanova Davis said town hall hours may be affected.
Part of this fiscal year budget, the town hall, it will necessitate closing on Fridays moving forward.
Multiple town councilors expressed dissatisfaction with the amount of state aid the town receives, considering that it's home to multiple state-run institutions. Bridgewater resident and at-large town council candidate MJ Spagone spoke on the issue.
But I think the bigger conversation that needs to be had is not just with the state delegation, but with also the governor's administration to try to move the needle forward on how we change the formula for pilot payments, but also how to make it fair and equitable, not just for Bridgewater, but for all the other towns and cities that actually have state institutions.
Another proposed cost reduction involves closing the library an additional day. Bridgewater resident and District 1 town council candidate Timothy Trocchio does not want to see cuts to library operations.
We need to maintain a proper use of the library, for me specifically. I know that's something that a lot of families utilize, and it's essentially almost the heart of a town.
The budget still has to go through more legislative channels before it's approved. Town council members referred the general operating budget request of $80,860,993 to the Budget and Finance Committee for review. Reporting from Bridgewater, Christian Matry, WATD News.
Marathon Monday forecast coming up, brought to you by The Clean Team. The Clean Team provides carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, and tile and grout cleaning. They also clean Oriental rugs and area rugs in their facility in Kingston. Learn more at thecleanteam.net.
When a business wins awards year after year, you know they're doing something right. I'm Jennifer Kritz, owner of The Clean Team in Kingston. My parents founded The Clean Team in 1983, and since then, we've won countless Reader's Choice and Best of the South Shore awards. The Clean Team cleans carpets, upholstered chairs, sofas, headboards, or benches, removing the soil and unhealthy matter that has collected over the years. Have your hardwood floors become dull and dirty over time? Our deep cleaning process removes the toughest dirt and residue safely and effectively, improving indoor air quality and rejuvenating your hardwood floors. Are you having a hard time cleaning the grout in your kitchen or your bathroom or your shower? We clean tile and grout too. We clean specialty items like Oriental rugs and outdoor cushions. We offer pickup and delivery, or you can drop them off at our facility in Kingston anytime, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Don't wait. Call now to schedule your spring cleaning appointment, 781-585-4678. Go to thecleanteam.net for special savings and to learn more about what we do. Call The Clean Team.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
7:39, we've got a breakdown, 495 northbound in the left lane to watch out for. 495 north, the left lane breakdown after Route 24 in Raynham to watch out for. 24, a little bit of a pocket northbound near Route 44, and then it looks heavy from Harrison Boulevard up past 139. Route 3, slow up through the Braintree area. It looks pretty busy as you make your way up around the curve there near Union Street in Marshfield. Taking a look at the ride, actually we've got a little bit of a pocket now on Route 3 developing as well in the Duxbury area, approaching Route 14. We're getting reports of a possible slowdown there. Southbound Route 3 bunches up at the Sagamore. 25 East slow at the Bourne. Northbound Expressway is slow from Adams Street to Andrews Square. And still some slow spots on 93 with wet roads coming through Milton and Canton. And then again, 128 from 95 to 109 in Dedham. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
At the Blue Hill Observatory, 55 degrees, the dew point 52. Rather damp with an easterly breeze at 7 miles an hour. The barometer 29.77 inches, about steady. Shower developing, another April shower around later on today. The high 61 to 65, coolest at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, a bit of mist in the air, the low in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, lots of low cloudiness, fog here along the South Shore. Some mist in the air, the high 53 with an ocean breeze. Sunday, clouds, a shower or two moving in, then some rain, the high 56. Monday, at the Boston Marathon, the runners will have the wind mainly at their backs from the west and northwest. Though it'll be cooler. Clouds, some sun at times with a stray sprinkle, high 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
And in fact, the Bank of America Boston Marathon Expo begins today in the city, running through Sunday, open to participants in the marathon, friends and fans. A little bit of rain in Boston right now. We saw some drizzle in Marshfield. That's the weather story. A lot of drizzle and some fluctuation of temps. Right now, it's 51 in Marshfield at the weather station, WATD. I'm Lori Kirby at 7:42. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
Lori, thank you. There's South Shore's Morning News, 95.9 FM, WATD, and we're up on YouTube as well, WATD Radio. You can watch the show on YouTube, and you can also chat in the chat room as well. Eric's in there, and Lord Hadaway, I like that. All right, in the chat room there on YouTube. All right, let's see. Don't forget, a couple of things coming up as we've been mentioning in Marshfield, the unveiling. This is going to be huge, and Lori, that will be on Sunday. And as we mentioned, as we've been talking about rain and drizzle and sprinkles and mist, that's in the forecast every day. So indoors.
Congregational Church in Marshfield.
All right, and that'll be good when they do the whole ceremony, and it'll be really beautiful. I hope, because much better than unveiling of the statue, be much better than the statue unveiling they did for Ichiro Suzuki. I think they took the tarp off and his bat got broken. Remember that in the statue? They pulled the tarp down and somebody broke the statue on the first day. That can happen. I mean, I guess that tarp got a little tangled.
But, you can't make that stuff up.
No, this stuff happens. I mean, everybody's down, all the dignitary, including Suzuki himself, and you're like, oh my gosh. Abington and Rockland are coming together. They rival, sure, Abington and Rockland, normally rivals. They're coming together. It's a town-wide yard sale on April 18th tomorrow. They're doing it 8 to 4. It says the rain date's going to be April 19th, but both days have a little bit of rain, so I assume it's on for tomorrow. Let me know. Abington and Rockland town-wide yard sale tomorrow, April 18th, 8 to 4. You report and get a map of all the different things going on in the two towns. The main event hub takes place at the Beaverbrook Elementary School, 1 Ralph G. Hamlin Jr. Lane in Abington. So there you go. Two towns, twice the fun, endless treasure. Who doesn't love going to a yard sale?
Yeah. If I have a yard sale, can we promote it on the station?
Sure, Lori. We can. I mean, Ed Perry
is no. Are you lying to me?
What? No, of course, Lori.
For real?
What have I steered you wrong?
No,
right.
You're usually true to your word.
We'll do that.
I'd like to have a yard sale because I want to get rid of all my junk.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll have a WATD yard sale and you can bring it to here.
Oh,
so you
I
don't
like
have to be able
that.
to come to your house.
Okay, I like that. There's some nice things in there. Wedding gifts never open.
Books. You get a lot of books.
2,000 books.
Oh, boy. All right. Also, I want to give a plug. Don't forget, Monday, it's very important. A lot of people in town, Lori, are concerned about town politics and leadership. I've heard a lot of discussions. I don't live in town.
What
I don't
town?
vote here.
What,
Marshfield.
Marshfield?
I mean, a lot of the towns really are having discussions on budgets. But Marshfield Forum is Monday night. So I just want to remind everybody, if you're really concerned about what's going on in town, listen to the people that are running.
And Dan?
Yeah, it's Christine, joined by Tom Gorman, Monday night talk show host Kevin Tachi, and Robert Goitis of Marshfield Community Media.
Okay.
That's from 7 to 8 Monday night. There are 3 candidates vying for 1 open seat. All right? So there you go. That is, let's see, Rick Smith, Joe Pasevich, and Frank Duran.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. Oh, Doran. Sorry about that. I keep getting it wrong. Sorry about that, Frank Doran. Frank Doran, Rick Smith, Joe Pasevich, Monday night, 7 to 8. WATD Political Forum. Also, keep in mind, one of the things that's important to remember about is that when we do have the forums, and if you are running, make sure that you do show up. That's very important. You would be surprised sometimes. Some people try to duck these things. And,
you mean the candidates themselves?
Yeah, I don't understand that, ladies and gentlemen. You're running for a select board in a town. Show up. If you want the job, you got to answer questions. It's just unbelievable to me. If people don't show up, we're going to call them out, and we will. Absolutely, we will. All right. Lori, did you hear of a story about a man? This is out now. I think it's on Hulu and maybe Disney Plus now. It's a feature-length documentary. It's on a true story. Did you find this fascinating? There was a man in 2018 named Richard Bebo Russell at SeaTac Airport in Seattle that stole a plane. Do you remember that? And he flew around himself. It's really odd and it's strange because there's so much of the audio of Richard Bebo Russell talking with air traffic controllers. He had never flown a plane before, but he always wanted to. I mean, some of us have had that desire, but he stole a plane. He says he learned how to do it from playing video games and watching YouTube. And he flew a plane in the air. The problem was, of course, he couldn't land it, as you know, and it has a tragic ending, but it's just amazing. Listen, I'm going to play the trailer, Lori, just so you can hear. And I think this was released April 14, but it's fascinating. Just listen to the trailer.
Is this hard to talk about?
Yeah,
Seattle ground, about to take off. It's going to be crazy.
He was not the type of person to behave like that.
Crazy is right.
We got a very serious situation.
I did a kind of a bad thing.
So you hijacked the plane is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm afraid I did.
This is a major metropolitan area. If that plane was used as a weapon, thousands of people would be killed. He hasn't ever flown an airplane before.
How did he get that plane in the air by himself? I couldn't believe it.
What's your plan here? I do not intend to hurt anyone. I'm just out for some sights. I play video games, so, I know what I'm doing a little bit.
He played video games. He knows what he's doing a little bit, and he wanted to take the plane on a sightseeing adventure. Of course, you have to remember the one thing also, in addition to not knowing how to land the plane, he could take it off, and he did a good job from never having to fly a plane. But of course, since it was a theft and unauthorized access, he got into the plane. Now, he worked at the airport, I should say, Lori. He did have some access. I think he worked as somebody on the runway, as a runway worker, and so I think it was one of those things, where he was talking to one of the pilots saying, I'm going to go on and check something, and he stole the plane. Now, the other thing, of course, is that the plane was not ready to go in the air, meaning it did not have a lot of fuel.
Do you have an idea of how much fuel you have left? Holy smokes, it's going down quick.
In an hour, he's gonna fall out of the sky. The only way out where nobody dies is if he lands the plane successfully.
You're probably going to send some jet because, I can be a bad guy.
I was requesting military assistance. He just made a threat.
I've never heard him say that. He could never be a bad guy. He was always a good guy. I don't know why he snapped.
I got a lot of people that care about me. It's going to disappoint them.
15 minutes fuel.
One of my engines is going out or something.
Oh my God, he was gonna crash.
Oh man, I'm sick. I want you to whisper sweet nothings in my ear. I don't think I can do that for you. Damn it. People's lives are at stake here. Man, I'm sorry about this. I hope this doesn't ruin your day. Hey, you think this thing can do a barrel roll?
Try to figure out how to use the autopilot first.
Boring.
He's going upside down.
Can we cut the cameras?
This is probably like jail time for life, huh?
Yeah, the nickname for the guy was Sky King, so that's the name. Pretty incredible story. It's pretty emotional when you hear him talking about those people that he's going to disappoint, as he did not survive, obviously, you remember, but he didn't hurt anyone besides himself, as that plane eventually ran out of fuel. But it's the true story of Richard Bebo Russell. And I think that's available now on Hulu and Disney Plus. Pretty scary story, though.
Yeah, great trailer. It was edited well. Remember Catch Me If You Can, too? You were fascinated with that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, too, where he pretended to be the pilot.
Yes. Yep. That's based on a true story. You're right.
I know.
About Frank Abagnale. I think that was his name. But played by Leo.
Jr.
And of course, Carl Hanratty, played by Tom Hanks, who goes after him. That's a good one, too.
Pan Am was still a airline.
Still in business then, yeah. All right, traffic and weather update on WATD and the ride on 495 northbound. We've got a left lane disabled vehicle after Route 24 to watch out for. A little bit of a delay there. 24 is slow up through Avon. Route 3 is busy in Braintree. The expressway is slow from Furnace Brook up towards Columbia Road. Southbound is busy as well, as we typically see a southbound delay on Fridays. It's 21 minutes either way between Braintree and Boston. Route 3, we did have that pocket near Route 3A. This was coming out of Duxbury and then a little sluggish up by Union Street. Traffic on the nines every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, the updated South Shore weather. All right, let's get the details now. Sponsored by Cape Cod 5, passionate about supporting the financial wellness of individuals, families, and businesses across southeastern Massachusetts. Visit their new location on Commerce Way in Plymouth today. Cape Cod 5.
Rather gray sky, an April shower developing. It'll be dry through the middle of the day. Another shower around later. A high of 61 to 65. Cooler at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, spotty mist in the mid-40s. And we'll stay raw tomorrow with fog, patchy mist at times in the air. A raw breeze off the Atlantic, a high of 53. Sunday looks wetter with showers moving in, some rain, the high 56. Monday, great day for runners at the Boston Marathon with an offshore breeze. Now, it's not from the southwest, it'll be from the northwest, keeping it very dry and on the cooler side. Even as sunshine breaks through the clouds, it can be a stray sprinkle late in the day, a high of 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes for WATD. I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Thank you so much. And right now, outside our studio, 52 in Marshfield at the weather station, WATD. Coming up next, the morning sports.
At Cape Cod 5, we're proud to take an active role in helping to create strong and vibrant communities throughout our region. From volunteering to providing financial education to sponsoring local events and organizations, giving back is a part of who we are. In fact, Cape Cod 5 gives over $1.5 million annually to community organizations, making a meaningful difference in the lives of those on Cape Cod, on the islands, and in southeastern Mass. Find out more at capecod5.com, member FDIC.
754 WATD Sports, sponsored by InstaBright. Keep your property looking like it should with InstaBright's home exterior washing services. Visit instabright.com, InstaBrite.com. Clean it right, call InstaBright. Red Sox begin a weekend series against the Detroit Tigers at Fenway tonight. First pitch, 7:15, while the Celtics and Bruins prepare for their opening round playoffs. The Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Game 1 is Sunday at the Garden at 1. The Bruins facing the Sabres in Buffalo for Game 1. That'll be Sunday evening in Buffalo at 7:30. Professional women's hockey action tonight at the Fleet. The Fleet are going to be on the road, not the Fleet Center. The Boston Fleet are going to take on the Victoire in Montreal. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight up in Canada. And the New England Revolution will host the Columbus Crew tomorrow night in Foxborough at 7:30. Brendan?
That's right, guys. Hope you were able to enjoy the nice weather before the fog rolled in Thursday. We have a good number of scores to get to, and we will begin with boys lacrosse. In a matchup between two local rivals, Norwell knocked off Scituate, winning 10-6. BC High defeated Catholic Conference foe Xaverian, winning 8-2. Enzo Serio had a hat-trick for the Eagles. Pat Connor had 6 goals, as Quincy North Quincy won a wild 14-10 game with Rockland. On the girls' side, Cohasset topped Moses Brown of Rhode Island, cruising 18-8. Emily Regan sniped 6 goals and added 2 assists for the Skippers. Pembroke fell to Barnstable, losing a tough one 13-9. In baseball action, Plymouth North won a pitcher's duel with Duxbury, holding on 1-0. Danny Kenny threw a one-hitter, striking out 8 in that one. Freshman Jake Lehman got his first varsity complete game victory, tossing a shutout as Abington defeated Cardinal Spellman 10-0. Bridgewater Raynham coasted past Brockton, winning 14-3. East Bridgewater shut out Rockland, winning 10-0 in 5 innings. John King launched a homer and drove in 4 runs for the Vikings. Middleborough defeated Bishop Stang, winning 8-5. On the softball circuit, Whitman Hanson defeated Hingham 15-3. Middleborough topped Bishop Fian in a 4-1 contest. Taryn Clancy had 11 strikeouts for the Sachems in the circle. Plymouth North cruised to a 14-4 victory over Duxbury. Chloe Stasinos fired her 100th career strikeout for the Blue Eagles, while Emerson Boyd added a grand slam. And lastly, East Bridgewater defeated Plymouth South, winning 8-2. Brendan Connolly, WATD Sports.
Hey, home and condo owners. Have you noticed what the exterior of your home looks like? Do you have years of accumulated dirt, grime, unsightly mold, or mildew on any of the exterior surfaces? Hi, I'm Dave Friedman from Instabright. For over 40 years, we've helped thousands of homeowners, condo associations, and businesses keep their properties looking like they should. We expertly wash pool aprons, decks, fences, and walkways, and all types of roofs can be safely, low-pressure soft washed to remove those nasty dark streaks and all other damaging growths. Listen to what a customer has to say.
Hi, I'm Elisa from Hanson. I have Instabright clean the exterior of my home periodically. Instabright's employees are always professional, courteous, and knowledgeable. I believe in Instabright and recommend them to all my family and friends.
Contact us through our website, instabrite.com, and use our new instant quote option to get immediate pricing to clean the exterior of your home. Clean it right. Call Instabright.
Join the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce for the 2026 Business Expo later today from noon to 4 p.m. There will be over 70 area businesses participating in this event. The Business Expo is one of the Chamber's most popular events that takes place each year. This will be an excellent opportunity for you to connect with local community leaders and area professionals to learn what their businesses have to offer. Stop by and say hello to myself, WATD's Rob Hakala. I'll be broadcasting live from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Expo. The event is free to attend and open to the public. Don't miss your chance to win one of more than 70 free giveaways. Enjoy some networking with Chamber members as you listen to live entertainment throughout the day. It's the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce's 2026 Business Expo later today from noon to 4 p.m. at the Hotel 1620, 180 Water Street on the Plymouth waterfront. Sponsored in part by 95.9 WATD and Hotel 1620. For more information, visit them online at PlymouthChamber.com. And I'll see you later today at Hotel 1620. I'll be there from noon to 4 today, so stop on by the WATD booth. Kevin Tachi checked in on the text line. He's excited for the forum. It'll be on Monday Night Talk Abbreviated. He'll be on 6:15 to 7, and then the forum with Christine and Tom and Kevin. That comes up 7 to 8. Marshfield, who's running for the board of the select board in town. You'll find out. You'll be able to hear from the candidates. That's coming up Monday night at 7. Traffic and weather in the 9s. Route 3, a little pocket coming out of Duxbury, and then again by Union Street. The expressway is sluggish. Adams Street up towards Andrews Square. 495 north, the breakdown after Route 24 clearing away. Watch out for a delay there. South Shore weather. Gray skies. April showers developing, drying during the midday. High 61 to 65. Cooler on the coast. 52 now at 8.
This is the South Shore's radio station, WATD FM Marshfield. And on your smart speaker, say play WATD. WATD.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by DEA Take Back Day.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Joy in southern Lebanon. People in Sidon celebrating in the streets after a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah went into effect overnight. It appears to be holding, but Hezbollah says it has its finger on the trigger in case Israel makes a new move. The BBC's Karine Toby is in southern Lebanon.
A lot of people have left their towns for weeks now, and this is the first day they're coming back. And they're seeing horrific scenes of destruction. Lots of people are coming back cautiously. They're slowing down, looking at the sites of the destruction, and then moving on.
Pope Leo has arrived in Cameroon, where he's said Mass. Earlier in the day, he referenced the Iran war, saying woe to those who manipulate religion in the very name of God for their own military, economic, and political gain. President Trump?
The Pope can say what he wants, and I want him to say what he wants, but I can disagree. I think that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
The president's nominee for CDC director turns out to be a vaccine supporter.
Dr. Erica Schwartz is a rear admiral currently serving as the Coast Guard's director of health. She was a deputy surgeon general during Trump's first term. Schwartz has praised vaccines as a cornerstone of prevention. Her nomination is a sign the Trump administration is turning away from Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy's vaccine skepticism ahead of the midterm elections. If the Senate confirms her, Schwartz would be the CDC's fourth leader in just over a year. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A singer named David is in custody in California in the murder of a teenage girl. Correspondent Matt Gutman has details from L.A.
A tense scene in the Hollywood Hills on Thursday night. Video obtained by TMZ shows heavily armed officers arresting the singer David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, on suspicion of murdering 14-year-old Celeste Rivas. Rivas first disappeared from her home southeast of Los Angeles in April of 2024. Last September, police discovered a gruesome scene, her decomposed and dismembered remains inside David's Tesla.
Last weekend, fans at Coachella were disappointed when high winds kicked up in Indio, California, creating a dust storm.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad for an angel.
A set by DJ Anima had to be canceled. The artist explained the gusty conditions made it impossible to build a stage and perform safely. Researchers say windstorms are only the beginning there. A study found damage from wind and dust erosion cost the U.S. about $154 billion in 1 year alone. This is CBS News.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, April 25th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
Passing showers around the South Shore. It's 51 degrees at 8:03. Good morning. I'm Lori Kirby, WATD News. The news is brought to you at 8 by the South Shore YMCA. Get out of the house and get active. The South Shore YMCA has mental and physical wellness plans for all ages and abilities. Begin your wellness journey today at ssymca.org/join. Boston is officially stepping into marathon mode. The city has been preparing well in advance for the 130th running of the race. Extra security in place throughout this entire weekend in Boston to keep runners and all of the many spectators safe. At 9 o'clock this morning, we are standing by for a news safety press conference with the mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, and city leaders, and I'm assuming the BAA will be there as well. This is happening inside the Fairmont Copley Plaza Grand Ballroom, and again, they'll outline what to expect on race day this Monday, Patriots Day. There will be more than 30,000 athletes this year from 132 countries and, of course, all 50 states. The forecast is great for the runners. A little bit cool, a little bit of a drizzle. If you're a spectator, you might want to think about bringing the umbrella. We have a lot more news coming up in 60 seconds and the forecast for the weekend next.
Start the new year at the South Shore YMCA, the Something for Everyone place. Whether you're there to lift, stretch, swim, or simply connect, you'll find more than just a gym. You'll find a community.
Parents can recharge while kids dive into swim lessons, sports, and activities. Young adults can build strength in group classes or with personal training. And older adults can stay active and engaged in a welcoming space.
At the South Shore Y, you'll find a fitness center that feels like home, people that keep you moving, and on-site babysitting that gives you time to focus. From individual goals to shared experiences, the South Shore Y is where friendships form, routines stick, and wellness grows. And it's all waiting for you to get started.
Make the South Shore YMCA your place for fitness, friendship, and fresh starts. Become a South Shore YMCA member today. Check out their virtual tours at ssymca.org/join.
8:05, a monument will be unveiled on Sunday to pay tribute to Marshfield residents who fought in the Revolutionary War. Tom Whalen is the head of the town's Revolutionary War Honor Roll Committee. He says this is taking place in a town that was once seen as a Tory stronghold.
There were two towns that were occupied in Massachusetts. One was Boston, we know that, but Marshfield was occupied by 100 British soldiers for almost over 3 months. They outnumbered them 6-1, but they had what they call a meeting, a committee of safety, and they had to decide what they were going to do. You have to remember that most of these guys were farmers and stuff like that. They never shot anybody in their life. I think there were concerns about that. So they marched. They were on Anthony Thomas's farm. There was 600 men, and there was another 400 on the way. So they were going to have over 1,000 men. But that morning, when they had that council, there was a colonel there, Donopoulos Cotton. He was in charge of the 2nd Regiment, and he decided that they weren't going to attack. But that night, they knew about it, and that night, they got 2 ships in here, and the British snuck out at night. Unbeknownst to the men, but the second day, another 600 guys showed up, ready to go to battle, and they were gone. So, but they accomplished their goal. The goal was to get the British out of Marshfield. No shots were fired, but they got it done.
A lot of excitement about this ceremony in Marshfield this Sunday. Now, we are looking at some rain showers Sunday afternoon in particular, which is why they're moving the ceremony inside. This will be held now at the Congregation Church Hall in Marshfield. The ceremony begins at 1 p.m. And for all you history buffs, I know there are a lot out there. There's another symposium. This one is called Revolution, Independence, and the South Shore. And it's happening Saturday, tomorrow, in the town of Plymouth. So the Back Roads of the South Shore, which is a consortium of roughly 20 nonprofits operating over 25 historic sites across the South Shore, is the host. It's being held at the Spire, which is on Court Street in Plymouth. It starts at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and it goes until 1 p.m. Registration opens at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and the presentations begin at 9:15. Tickets are $20. It does include breakfast, refreshments. If you'd like more info, check it out, southshorehistory.org. Again, we do have a lot of drizzly kind of shower weather in our forecast for the weekend. We're going to check that out with Rob Gilman in a moment. And again, your ride with Rob Hakala coming up, brought to you this time by East Coast Mini Splits and Heat Pumps. Get your no-cost energy audit online by visiting eastcoastminisplitsandheatpumps.com. Start cutting your energy bills today.
East Coast Mini Splits and Heat Pumps, this is Nancy.
Hey Nancy, we're building an addition that needs a heating and cooling system. And it sounds like our air conditioner just stopped working.
No problem. I'll send System Saver Bemis to get your home comfortable again, and I'll schedule Right Size Jake to design a heating and cooling system for your new addition. The East Coast Mini Splits superheroes will get you and your family comfortable in no time.
2 comfort challenges, 1 superhero team. East Coast Mini Splits will keep your home cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and comfortable all year long with a Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning system. Whether you need your current system serviced or a new system installed, East Coast Mini Splits and Heat Pumps, your local Mitsubishi Electric Elite Diamond contractor, comes to the rescue. Call 781-288-8808 or go to eastcoastminisplits.com. Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. It is 8:09, and taking a look at the ride on the expressway, still a slow ride from Adams Street up towards Southampton Street. Drive time about 20 minutes. Braintree to Boston. Also busy from Mass Ave down to Freeport Street. On the southbound side, you've got about a 22-minute ride from Boston down to Braintree. Traveling up Route 3 on the South Shore, no major issues now. Plymouth up through Duxbury, it looks good. Just a delay, it looks like near, actually even not that bad near Union Street now. Southbound is bunching up at the lane drop at Derby Street in Hingham. Not too bad at the Sagamore, a little bit of company at the Bourne. 495 is still slow. Looks like they still are getting that breakdown out of there. 495 north after Route 24 in Raynham. 24 is slow out of Avon into Stoughton. And 93, some reduced speeds northbound out of Braintree, is actually out of Randolph. 24 to Route 37. Southbound is slow near 138 in Canton. And 128 is heavy from East Street up to 109. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, the updated South Shore weather.
A rather gray sky. An April shower developing. It'll be dry through the middle of the day. Another shower around later. A high of 61 to 65. Cooler at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, spotty mist in the mid-40s. And we'll stay raw tomorrow with fog, patchy mist at times in the air. A raw breeze off the Atlantic, a high of 53. Sunday looks wetter with showers moving in, some rain, the high 56. Monday, great day for runners at the Boston Marathon with an offshore breeze. Now, it's not from the southwest, it'll be from the northwest, keeping it very dry and on the cooler side. Even as sunshine breaks through the clouds, it can be a stray sprinkle late in the day, a high of 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
A lot of moisture in the air out there, very murky too. We have some passing showers. It's 51 degrees in Marshfield. At the weather station, WATD, I'm Laurie Kirby at 8:12. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
Friday edition of the South Shore's Morning News. Great to have you along here. Thanks for listening on the radio. Thanks for watching us up on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube. You will see I have a special guest in studio back again as we talk about gearing up for college. We have our expert when it comes to that, and it comes to financial aid consulting. Howard Friedman is in studio with us this morning. Howard, good morning.
Good morning, Rob. It's a pleasure to be here again.
Yeah, good to have you back here. And we want to get into a couple of topics here while we have you. And, of course, you can find out more at financialaidconsulting.com. That's Howard's website, financialaidconsulting.com. All right, so when it comes to, we thought we'd have you back this time of year to talk about, Howard, maybe when it comes to receiving, what did you want to mention about getting some money? Is that what you were talking about?
Well, my focus right now is this time of year is when students start receiving their acceptance and financial aid award. And one of the great challenges for families is to decide upon whether that award is adequate, whether to appeal it, and to really do the number crunching, because now we're going from hopes to the reality of determining how much, in fact, will be necessary to attend the college of choice.
All right. So what advice would you have for parents and students this time of year, and what kind of steps should they take?
The whole process of determining college costs is a process that really begins in the planning stage. And during that stage, you have the opportunity to determine what the net cost of colleges will be, what type of scholarships are awarded, what percentage of scholarships are awarded, what is the composition of scholarships, grants, and loans. And that should give you a baseline, the baseline of about how much it may cost to go to college. So when students start receiving their award letters, it really shouldn't be any surprise in terms of what the net cost should be. So basically, number one, be prepared, but be prepared early because there shouldn't be any surprise. The second thing I think is really important is to lay out all the awards, perhaps through a spreadsheet, and kind of look at the comparative differences between each college. And to start that, I think one thing would be to get the gross price of college, the direct costs, which are paid to the college, the indirect costs, and the average amount of aid that's been awarded per your diligence search. And then what you want to do, once you get to the bottom, you want to look to the net. What is the net cost of college? Now, this sounds pretty simple, but you have to ask yourself some questions. One, you can't go by the scholarship amount alone. It's really meaningless until you compare it to the total cost of college. So how much are they actually giving you? What percent of the total cost of college has been awarded in terms of scholarships? It may sound great, but if a student should get, let's say, $40,000, which sounds really wonderful, and the college costs $90,000, somehow you have to come up with $50,000, and that's the key number. Other things really to look at is you really have to look at cost and value. And what I mean by that is, what does it cost to get an education, but what are you going to get out of it? I always use the example, is it really worth it to go to a very expensive school to get a degree to be a social worker? Great school, great academics, but the payoff is going to be a very, very long period of time. So really think about what you want to get out of college, what the investment should be, etc.
That's a big point. Do you think, we were hearing, and I'm sure you've read the stories too, Howard, about some of these smaller colleges closing up. Enrollment is down. They're saying there's not as many students going to college. And do you think also that some are choosing not to because of that, or return on investment? Do they feel they're not getting a good value? Or maybe it's just really trying to find, as you're saying, maybe choose some of the best options for career growth.
Yeah, I guess it's a question of, answer your question, of a family discussion. How much of the budget should be allocated to college? And then secondly, I always go back to this conversation that children and parents should have about how much can they really afford? How much? How much can they afford for college? How much can they afford for retirement? How much can they afford for everyday living? And the cost of college has to come in there. Now, bear in mind that there are other choices. There's community college, there's the military, there's part-time learning at home, transferring from one college to the other. So it doesn't mean that you can't end up the way you want, but it may be a matter, especially now with the economic pressures and inflation, et cetera, that just may be too expensive. And it may be time to talk about maybe a career or anything else, because you have to kind of look at it and say college is not the only answer. It's a great solution. But again, if you're going to go to college, pick one that's going to give you good value. Now, again, just want to go back to scholarships. The scholarships are things that are mostly earned. And I want to make a real quick clarification here. There's two types of financial aid primarily. There's need-based aid, and that aid primarily comes from the FAFSA and the profile. It's the economics of a family's ability to pay for college. But there's also merit aid, and that's the aid where your accomplishments in college, outside activities, anything that you do will make you attractive. Now, schools in turn have what they call enrollment management, a good term to remember. And that's the term that they use to look for certain types of students to fill their ranks, to stay open, to be successful. And those are the students that the colleges seek. So again, there's enrollment management, which is a key word to know. The second word to know is merit-based awards and how you earn them, and those should start early. And the third and most important thing is appeal. Appeals allow the families to appeal their award and ask for more money with some justification and reasons. So there's a lot to be done. Now, of course, if you have the money and you want to get into college and financing is not a big point, then go to where you want. But the big thing is being creative. I'll end with a horror story that they.
Okay, do you have it? Can you do it in a minute, Howard?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So one horror story that I think is quite worth it in terms of determining need in aid. A family of average earnings apply for financial aid. And when I looked at their information, they had a lot of assets. Matter of fact, $250,000 of assets. And I asked the parent, where'd you get all this money? Oh, my mother wanted to go to an assisted living home, and she thought she would protect her assets by giving them to me to hold for her. So the cost of residing at the home would be much less. So that was great. He was a great son. But all those assets became property or ownership by the dad, and that increased his assets. Even though he claimed they weren't his, it was under his social. So bottom line, be careful. Talk to your accountant. Talk to your financial person. Don't make hasty moves. Look at the big picture and make sure whatever you do financially and otherwise, look at it in terms of the impact of costs, your ability to receive aid, and to be able to manage your money in the long term. That's really what needs to go into this.
All right, Howard Friedman with us, and it's financialaidconsulting.com, right? Financialaidconsulting.com. That is our expert in that area, Howard Friedman, Financial Aid Consulting. And thanks for coming in again, Howard.
My pleasure.
All right, let's get out to the roads. WATD's traffic and weather, and the expressway northbound is heavy. Adams Street up towards Southampton Street. Breakdown 495 north at 24 has cleared. Route 3 northbound's not bad. Southbound is slow at the Derby Street lane drop. Not bad at the Sagamore. A little bit of company over the Bourne. And still some pockets at the top end at 24, but it is starting to thin out. South Shore weather, let's get the weekend details for you now. Sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. With decades of experience, Auto Shine Auto Body is a gold certified auto body shop. You bend it, they mend it. Abington and Braintree, and online at autoshineautobody.com.
A rather gray sky, an April shower developing. It'll be dry through the middle of the day. Another shower around later. A high of 61 to 65. Cooler at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, spotty mist in the mid-40s. And we'll stay raw tomorrow with fog, patchy mist at times in the air. A raw breeze off the Atlantic, a high of 53. Sunday looks wetter with showers moving in, some rain, the high 56. Monday, great day for runners at the Boston Marathon with an offshore breeze. Now, it's not from the southwest. It'll be from the northwest, keeping it very dry and on the cooler side. Even as sunshine breaks through the clouds, it can be a stray sprinkle late in the day, a high of 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes for WATD. I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Oh no, someone ran a shopping cart into my car when I left it unattended.
Auto Shine Auto Body. You bend it, they mend it.
My kid didn't see that giant telephone pole when he opened the door. Now look at it. How splendid.
Auto Shine Auto Body. You bend it, they mend it.
The chucklehead behind me was texting and driving, and now I'm rear-ended.
Auto Shine Auto Body. You bend it, they mend it.
I don't even know how this happened, but look, my bumper's dented.
Auto Shine Auto Body. You bend it, they mend it.
Your buddy just had a great experience fixing his car. Who was that he recommended?
Auto Shine Auto Body. You bend it, they mend it. For over 20 years, Auto Shine Auto Body has been providing friendly, fast, professional, and affordable services you can count on. Auto Shine Auto Body is a gold-certified auto body shop with locations in Abington and Braintree. Whether you're using your insurance company or paying out-of-pocket, Auto Shine Auto Body will work with you. Find them online at autoshineautobody.com. Auto Shine Auto Body. You bend it, they mend it.
WATD Sports, sponsored by InstaBright. Yeah, it's that time of year. You got to keep your property looking like it should with InstaBright's home exterior washing services. Visit instabright.com. Insta, B-R-I-T-E.com. Clean it right. Call InstaBright. Red Sox open up a series with the Detroit Tigers at Fenway tonight. First pitch, 7:15. Celtics meeting the Philadelphia 76ers in round one of the playoffs. Game one is Sunday afternoon at the Garden, 1. The Bruins will face the Buffalo Sabres in the first round of the NHL playoffs. Game one is Sunday evening in Buffalo. That'll be at 7:30. Professional women's hockey is tonight in Montreal. The Fleet take on the Victoire at 7. Brendan?
That's right, guys. Hope you were able to enjoy the nice weather before the fog rolled in Thursday. We have a good number of scores to get to, and we will begin with boys lacrosse. In a matchup between two local rivals, Norwell knocked off Scituate, winning 10-6. BC High defeated Catholic Conference foe Xaverian, winning 8-2. Enzo Serio had a hat-trick for the Eagles. Pat Connor had 6 goals, as North Quincy won a wild 14-10 game with Rockland. On the girls' side, Cohasset topped Moses Brown of Rhode Island, cruising 18-8. Emily Regan sniped 6 goals and added 2 assists for the Skippers. Pembroke fell to Barnstable, losing a tough one 13-9. In baseball action, Plymouth North won a pitcher's duel with Duxbury, holding on 1-0. Danny Kenny threw a one-hitter, striking out 8 in that one. Freshman Jake Lehman got his first varsity complete game victory, tossing a shutout as Abington defeated Cardinal Spellman 10-0. Bridgewater A&M coasted past Brockton, winning 14-3. East Bridgewater shut out Rockland, winning 10-0 in 5 innings. John King launched a homer and drove in 4 runs for the Vikings. Middleborough defeated Bishop Stang, winning 8-5. On the softball circuit, Whitman Hanson defeated Hingham 15-3. Middleborough topped Bishop Fien in a 4-1 contest. Taryn Clancy had 11 strikeouts for the Sachems in the circle. Plymouth North cruised to a 14-4 victory over Duxbury. Chloe Stasinos fired her 100th career strikeout for the Blue Eagles, while Emerson Boyd added a grand slam. And lastly, East Bridgewater defeated Plymouth South, winning 8-2. Brendan Connolly, WATD Sports.
Hey, home and condo owners. Have you noticed what the exterior of your home looks like? Do you have years of accumulated dirt, grime, unsightly mold, or mildew on any of the exterior surfaces? Hi, I'm Dave Friedman from Instabright. For over 40 years, we've helped thousands of homeowners, condo associations, and businesses keep their properties looking like they should. We expertly wash pool aprons, decks, fences, and walkways, and all types of roofs can be safely, low-pressure soft washed to remove those nasty dark streaks and all other damaging growths. Listen to what a customer has to say.
Hi, I'm Elisa from Hanson. I have Instabright clean the exterior of my home periodically. Instabright's employees are always professional, courteous, and knowledgeable. I believe in Instabright and recommend them to all my family and friends.
Contact us through our website, instabrite.com, and use our new Instant Quote option to get immediate pricing to clean the exterior of your home. Clean it right. Call Instabright.
The North River Theater presents Curate Shakespeare As You Like It by Don Nigro, directed by Lindsay Clinton. When a community theater tries to stage Shakespeare, everything goes hilariously wrong. Egos clash, props vanish, and romances bloom off stage. It's a comedy about putting on a play with just enough Shakespearean speak to keep things authentic and plenty of chaos to keep you laughing. Performances are April 17th through the 26th at North River Theater in Norwell. For tickets and more information, go to northrivertheater.org. That's northrivertheater.org.
Hi, it's Ray Brown from the Talkin' Bird Show. Every Sunday morning, 9:30 to 10, here on WATD. The show is about bird watching in your backyard and beyond, and conservation, because if we don't protect our planet, we can't save our birds. We feature expert guests every week, and we give away some pretty nice prizes in our Mystery Bird Contest. It's Talkin' Birds, no G in talkin', Sunday mornings at 9:30 here on 95.9 WATD.
Coming to you from the WATD Coastal Heritage Bank Studios, community-focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. All right, we have the 8:30 news coming up. We'll check in with Lori Kirby, get you updated on the morning's top stories. Deb Belboni will be in the next half hour. We're going to preview Plymouth's Best Kentucky Derby Party. Going to be a lot of fun happening at Alden Park. We'll get all the details after the news. It is 8:29, traffic and weather in the nines. And the ride on Route 3 northbound, not bad. Southbound is slow at the Derby Street lane drop in Hingham. 24, a little busy near 139. The expressway, some pockets from East Milton up towards Columbia Road. South Shore weather. Gray skies, an April shower, drying during the midday. High 61 to 65. It'll be cooler along the coast tonight. Patchy fog, spotty mist. A low near 44. Tomorrow, fog, some mist in the air, rather raw. An ocean breeze, a high 53. 52 in Marshfield, 8:30.
The South Shore's Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
52 degrees, light rain around the South Shore at 8:30. Good morning. I'm Lori Kirby, WATD News. The news is brought to you by Tiny & Sons Glass. His boys do a good job. That's 1-888-64-TINYS, TINYS. President Trump's nominee for CDC director is a vaccine supporter. Here's CBS's Mike Wallace with more.
Dr. Erica Schwartz is a Rear Admiral currently serving as the Coast Guard's Director of Health. She was a Deputy Surgeon General during Trump's first term. Schwartz has praised vaccines as a cornerstone of prevention. Her nomination is a sign the Trump administration is turning away from Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy's vaccine skepticism ahead of the midterm elections. If the Senate confirms her, Schwartz would be the CDC's fourth leader in just over a year. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A ceasefire is in effect this morning between Lebanon and Israel. Some residents of southern Lebanon have been returning home. The BBC is there.
The state of Lebanon is not a party to this conflict. This is a war between Israel and Hezbollah, which is this powerful militia political party funded, armed, trained by Iran. So there will be a 10-day pause in hostilities, and I think the hope of all of those involved is that there could be some kind of process here that can emerge for a long-term deal between the two countries. The state of Lebanon is not a party to this conflict. This is
All right, there you have it, the BBC. By the way, they lit fireworks to celebrate in Beirut. In Tel Aviv, residents reacted to the news of this 10-day ceasefire.
I hope that it'll actually change something, but due to the fact that history has pretty much shown us that it hasn't worked, I'm not very hopeful that it'll work. I hope we can only hope for the best, I guess.
Hopes are hinging on fresh talks between the United States and Tehran. They could resume as soon as this weekend. History was made in Boston. We'll tell you why in 60 seconds.
Little Timmy Wheeler was learning to ride his bike in his grandparents' driveway, and he was getting pretty good at it, too. But Timmy wasn't quite ready to go out riding with the big kids because he still hadn't graduated from training wheels. Well, one day, Timmy saw the big kids go riding by, laughing and shouting, and Timmy had had enough. He went into Grandpa's shed, grabbed Grandpa's trusty wrench, and took those training wheels right off. Now he was ready to go. He hopped on that bike, kicked out the kickstand, and off rolling he went until the bike started wobbling. The driveway started looking a lot steeper than it did before. Timmy was out of control. He leapt off the bike to the safety of the lawn and watched as his little Huffy went careening down his grandparents' driveway, right into Grandpa's Lincoln Town car parked at the bottom, sending the handlebar straight through the windshield. Growing up can be hard on glass.
I'm Peter Brown from Tiny & Sons Auto Glass. Windshield broken? Just call 1-888-64-TINY. And thank you.
8:35, efforts by Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley to extend TPS for Haiti, which is temporary protected status, has been approved in the House. Pressley advanced her discharge petition, as it's called, on Representative Laura Gillen's bill on the House floor.
Congress has the ability to do just that. For Rebecca in Massachusetts, for the teacher in Ohio, for the entrepreneur in Florida, and the more than 350,000 Haitian TPS holders whose lives hang in the balance. Congress can help. Congress can do the right thing. There is nothing stopping us. Congress, right now and right here, can vote to save lives. I urge my colleagues to vote yes to extend temporary protected status for Haitians who are living in the United States and building a future that will help all of us.
Pressley also touched upon the need for Haitian immigrants to essentially get health care in this country. It is now on to the Senate. This is not a done deal. History made in Boston, where the city's first black fire commissioner was appointed. Rodney Marshall was introduced as the new fire commissioner by Mayor Michelle Wu.
Rodney will bring more than 3.5 decades of experience in the Boston Fire Department to this role. He currently serves as Chief of Operations Support, one of 2 executive officers under Commissioner Burke. Deputy Chief Marshall was born and raised in Dorchester and attended Boston College. After graduating, he worked for his mother, who had immigrated from Barbados and who owned a small business in Mattapan and Roxbury for several years. He joined the Fire Academy. Since then, never looking back, he's done the work to serve our city and to rise through the ranks, learning the job at every level and earning trust every step of the way.
Marshall succeeds Commissioner Paul Burke, who reached the mandatory retirement age of 65. Meantime, we are standing by for a public safety news conference at 9 o'clock this morning in Boston with Mayor Michelle Wu and city leaders inside the Fairmont Copley Plaza Grand Ballroom. They will outline what to expect on Marathon Monday, this Monday, Patriots Day, and how the city is working to ensure a smooth, safe, secure event. It's the 130th running of the Boston Marathon on Monday. The forecast looks pretty good for the runners anyway. If you're there as a spectator, it's going to be on the cooler side, a damper side. Let's go now from Boston to Bridgewater briefly. We have time for this story. Budget talks. Every single South Shore town has been facing headwinds financially. And at a recent special town council meeting, multiple cuts to services and town positions were included in Bridgewater's proposed budget. This is for fiscal year 2027. Bridgewater Town Manager Justin Casanova Davis said an increase in the cost of employee benefit plans has put further strain on their budget. Casanova Davis said town hall hours could be impacted.
As part of this fiscal year budget, in town hall, it will necessitate closing on Fridays moving forward.
All right, so this was met with a lot of frustration and some dissatisfaction with the state aid that Bridgewater has been getting, considering, they say, that Bridgewater is home to multiple state-run institutions. Bridgewater resident and at-large town council candidate MJ Spagone spoke on that issue. Listen in.
But I think the bigger conversation that needs to be had is not just with the state delegation, but with also the governor's administration to try to move the needle forward on how we change the formula for pilot payments, but also how to make it fair and equitable, not just for Bridgewater, but for all the other towns and cities that actually have state institutions.
Another proposed cost reduction, closing the library an additional day. That did not go over well with everybody there. You'll hear more on that coming up later this morning. And again, we're looking at a marathon Monday on the cooler side in the 50s, maybe some showers. This whole weekend is looking like it's a little bit iffy. We have traffic and weather together coming up in a minute here, brought to you by Bonji's Turkey Roost. Just because you're short on time, aren't we all? Don't come up short on dinner. Pick up your fresh, delicious dinner at Bonji's in Duxbury.
Sunday, Monday, Bonji days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Bonji days. Thursday, Friday, Bonji days. The weekend comes, I've got a grumbly tongue. I'm ready to race to you.
Mom, I'm starving. I want to eat now.
Don't worry, we can stop by Bonji's on the way home and pick up a fresh, hot, prepared meal.
Well, what about tomorrow night while you're out with Mrs. Jones? What are we going to do for dinner then?
Bonji's has frozen dinners too, like their pot pies, soups, and turkey dinners. I'll grab one now, and you can heat it up tomorrow night.
Mom, everyone's going over to Bonji's after the baseball game Friday for their famous chicken tenders and jumbo taters. But if I end up being in line behind Big Timmy Wheeler, there might not be any left.
Well, I'm sure Bonji's always has enough for the whole team. But if you're really worried, we can call ahead and place your order too.
Honey, aren't you worried about feeding the kids Bonji's this many nights in a row?
Of course not. Bonji's is all natural and healthy. They only use the best ingredients, and they've always got something for everyone. That's why every day is a Bonji's day.
These Bonji days are yours and mine. Bonji days.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And at 8:39, the ride this morning on the expressway is still busy. We have wet roads, and it's just slow. No incidents, just volume from Adams Street up to Southampton Street. It'll take you 25 minutes right now from Braintree to go into Boston. Route 3 is eased out for the most part on the northbound side. We do have a delay southbound. Just a little bit of extra volume this morning heading down into the lane drop at Derby Street in Hingham. Then you're fine down at the Sagamore. 25 East is okay at the Bourne. Not too bad on 24 or 128. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
At the Blue Hill Observatory, 55 degrees, the dew point 52. Rather damp with an easterly breeze at 7 miles an hour. The barometer 29.77 inches, about steady. Shower developing, another April shower around later on today. The high 61 to 65, coolest at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, a bit of mist in the air, the low in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, lots of low cloudiness, fog here along the South Shore. Some mist in the air, the high 53 with an ocean breeze. Sunday, clouds, a shower or two moving in, then some rain, the high 56. Monday, at the Boston Marathon, the runners will have the wind mainly at their backs from the west and northwest. Though it'll be cooler. Clouds, some sun at times with a stray sprinkle, the high 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
52 degrees in Marshfield at the weather station WATD. I'm Laurie Kirby at 8:42 on a Friday. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
Lori, thank you so much. Friday edition of the broadcast. Thanks for listening to us on the radio, 95.9 FM. And if you're at home, you're watching YouTube, WATD Radio, because people love watching YouTube all day. So watch us. You can see I have 3 special guests in studio. There's your camera over there. You guys can wave over to YouTube, say hello. I've got 3 wonderful people. I got Deb, I got Walt, I got Brian. They're all in studio today. And Deb, you had reached out to me first to get the word out about the best Kentucky Derby party. It's at Alden Park. We know that. A very special year coming up this year. Deb Balboni, of course, great to see you. #1 fundraiser at Dancing with Our Stars. Deb, good morning.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for reaching out. And so you have brought along with you 2 very special guests, right, from Alden Park. Tell us who you got over there.
Oh, I got the owner here, Walt, and his big general manager, Brian, and they're going to tell you all about the Alden Park success story with the Kentucky Derby parties of past and going forward.
This is amazing. All right, so tell us what's coming up this year, guys, because it's when's the date? It's May
2nd.
May 2nd. All right. Fill us in on the details for those that may not know about this party, because it is a tradition.
So yes, it is our 15th year doing the party. We have been changing charities every single year, and this year we chose to do the Plymouth Helping Hands for the Animals, and this year it has taken on a mind of its own, kind of blown up quite large. It is a red carpet, dress to impress party, paparazzi photographers. We do auctions, raffles, little games that you can win items at. And we have the Fay Band plays every single year.
Oh, they're great.
They're an awesome band. And it's 3 to 7 p.m. And general admission tickets are $75. Includes a cocktail and food through the whole event.
Hey, that's not bad. I'll tell you, that's great. I'll tell you, and Walt, Alden Park, I know you have been in business for how long there?
We opened in 2010 and going strong, so 16 years going on 17.
That's great. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. It's not easy to do that, but you have maintained not only the quality but the consistency as well, because so many people have told me that the food is wonderful. I know I order from there a lot, and it's amazing. The food is just great. Comes out great every time. So
Well,
thank you, Walt.
Yeah, thank you.
And I appreciate that. And I know also you love working with the different charities, right?
That is very true. We've done a whole host of charities over the last 15 years. And this year we're quite happy. As I was telling Deb beforehand, I hadn't heard a lot about the charity prior to the event and Brian bringing it to me. We sat down with Deb and I saw her energy and her enthusiasm and what it was about. Mm-hmm. And I was on board. And I was like, it sounds like you're up for the challenge and want to do what you can do and what our requirements are to be a charity for this event. And she stepped up, and so far from what I've seen, she's on par and exceeding a lot of my expectations.
Unstoppable, Deb Balboni. Yeah, that's for sure. Now, Deb, this will be a good opportunity for tell everybody what the charity is about, Plymouth Helping Hands for Animals. You're right, because as Walt said, some people may have not heard about it before. So fill us in. What is the charity?
Yeah, Plymouth Helping Hands for Animals. Basically, we raise money to help people keep their pets, right? Today, the cost of everything's going up, from pet foods to veterinarian costs and everything else. And as we know, pets are an integral part of our family.
Mhm.
They mean so much to each and every one of us. And can you just imagine if you don't have the food to feed them, or if they need vet care and you don't have the money to bring your animal to a vet? So what we do is we raise those funds, and we help people in the community, in the Plymouth community, and the towns that abut us and everything else. And this charity is not just about Deb Balboni. This charity is about 30 volunteers that really have the dedication to helping people and their pets stay together. Beth Hennessy, co-president. We have the original founder, Janet Baird, is still actively involved in our board. And, it takes a lot of great people to run a good or great organization. And that's why we're hanging out with these guys. And that's why, when somebody mentioned it, and that, it's kind of like the bar, we're like, let's
Let's do it.
Let's do this. I
Yeah.
know we can pull this off with our enthusiasm and our commitment. Who don't like animals?
That's right. Who don't like animals? Who don't like a good party? All right.
Right.
So this is a great combination. And Deb, it is so important. You mentioned, and you talk about, when it comes to pets, how important it is. The sciences here, obviously, quality of life. We know it helps people with loneliness. All that stuff's proven. Stuff that people thought about. And then also, I'm sure you know the stories as well that people love their pets so much. Sometimes they will. I've heard stories where they'll neglect their own health or food, even if they have to feed their pet. They may even so if somebody's in need, how do they find out more about your organization, Deb?
Well, we're on Facebook. We have a website. We're, all of that. And basically, if you go to our website, it will give you ways in which to contact us for different means of assistance.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the community every week.
Yeah.
Since 2020, we started food banks. We always figured if people need food and they have pets, they need pet food.
Yeah.
Okay. So we went and petitioned the local VFW, the local American Legion, and we are there every Tuesday from 11 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
We are in conjunction with the People Food Bank, so we have a pet food component to it. We're also at the Plymouth Council on Aging every other week, servicing the elderly population.
Mm-hmm.
And we also at the North Plymouth Collaborative out there once a month. So we're all over the community with the basis of food and supplies.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the medical component, a lot of the times local veterinarians will call us and say they have a client in need of assistance.
Yeah.
So
they'll reach out to you.
They'll reach out to us, and we do a lot of work with local veterinarian offices, and that they, try to cut us a little deal back and things of that nature. So it's in the process, and we're moving forward, and we're helping a lot of people keep their pets.
Wow. Well,
and
it's
not
a
end up in the
mission, and
shelters.
it's hard to do it, and obviously it does take money to do all of that.
Absolutely.
Plymouth Helping Hands for Animals, that is the charity featured this year at the 2026 Alden Park Kentucky Derby. And people can still get the tickets, right? AldenParkRestaurant.com.
That's correct.
That's the
Yeah,
website,
tickets
right?
are still available.
All right, tickets still available, but I imagine, definitely they're going to be selling out. This event is very well loved by the community. It's become very popular. How long have you guys been doing the party?
This will be the 15th year.
15th year, okay. Yeah, it's become a good tradition, that's for sure. A lot of fun, so don't miss out. Get your tickets while they're still available at AldenParkRestaurant.com. And we'll see everybody at the party, and that's coming up again on May 2nd. 3 to 7?
3 to 7, yes.
3 to 7. All right, good stuff. Well, thank you all for coming in today.
Thank you, Rob.
This is exciting. Thank you, Deb Balboni and
for having
Brian
us.
Grattan and Walt Wonder. Thank you all for coming in today.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you for the time.
95.9 WATD, the South Shore's morning news, where the time is 8:49, and back out to the roads we go. WATD traffic and weather. Northbound on the expressway is slow from East Milton up towards Columbia Road. Route 3, not bad northbound. Southbound is slow at Derby. 24 and 128 look okay. And no major delays now at the Cape. Let's get the details now on the South Shore weather. And a look at the weekend with our chief meteorologist, Rob Gilman, and it is sponsored by our great friends over at the South Shore Gutter Monkeys. It's time to get those gutters checked out after the winter. Experience exceptional care for your home with professional gutter cleaning, repair, and installation services. You don't want wood rot. Get it all checked out. Contact South Shore Gutter Monkeys for a free estimate today.
Rather gray sky, an April shower developing. It'll be dry through the middle of the day. Another shower around later. A high of 61 to 65. Cooler at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, spotty mist in the mid-40s. And we'll stay raw tomorrow with fog, patchy mist at times in the air. A raw breeze off the Atlantic, a high of 53. Sunday looks wetter with showers moving in, some rain, the high 56. Monday, great day for runners at the Boston Marathon with an offshore breeze. Now, it's not from the southwest, it'll be from the northwest, keeping it very dry and on the cooler side. Even as sunshine breaks through the clouds, it can be a stray sprinkle late in the day, a high of 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes for WATD. I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Thanks, Robin. Right now, outside our studio, 53 in Marshfield at the weather station, WATD. Sports next.
I'm Bobby Downspout of the South Shore Gutter Monkeys, and today's everyday American heroes are my teammates, the South Shore Gutter Monkeys Service Crew.
There's no I in crew.
These warriors of water control operate like a team of ladder-climbing ninjas, working in places that would strike fear into the hearts of most bipedal ground dwellers.
I ain't going up there either.
And with the strength of a lowland gorilla and the speed of a tree-dwelling spider monkey, these rooftop heroes tackle the job of cleaning and tuning up your gutters like Michelangelo painting 16 chapels.
These fellas are athletes.
And blessed with prehensile feet and hands for ladder gripping stability, these guardians of the gutters employ above-average manual dexterity 30 feet in the air.
These boys don't mess around.
To set up an aerial demonstration at your home, call the South Shore Gutter Monkeys at 508-477-9100.
Now write that number down.
Or visit SouthShoreGutterMonkeys.com.
Take it, Johnny.
No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
All right, the time now is 8:52 and time for the morning sports. And our sports report is sponsored by Stewart Painting. Every job done right and on time. Receive a virtual quote within 24 hours. And they're now hiring. Apply online, stewartpaint.com, stewartpaint.com. Celtics and Bruins both going to the playoffs. The Celtics in their first round, that'll be Sunday at the Garden at 1, Game 1. Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers. The Bruins, they're going to be on the road as they will face the Sabres in Buffalo in round 1. Game 1 is Sunday night at 7:30. Tonight, the Red Sox begin a 3-game weekend series against the Detroit Tigers at Fenway. First pitch at 7:15. Professional women's hockey tonight. The Boston Fleet will take on the Victoire in Montreal at 7.
Wouldn't you just love new kitchen cabinets without the high cost, the mess, and the inconvenience? Hi, I'm Sheldon Stewart of Stewart Painting, and I know how scary the thought of a demoed kitchen can be. So I have a solution. Allow our cabinet refinishing team to restore the beauty to your kitchen cabinets. Our professionals will apply a sprayed finish and then swap out the hardware for a completely new look. And the task will be completed in days, not weeks. We paint hundreds of kitchen cabinets every year, and we would love to add your cabinets to our list of happy homeowners. In addition to our locations in Hyannis and Hingham, we are now servicing Newton, Wellesley, and Nantucket. Finance options and military veterans discounts are now available for all projects. The process is fast, and it's easy, and there's no hidden fees. Head to our website at stewartpaint.com to see if you pre-qualify. It's never been this easy to turn your vision into reality. With over 40 years of excellence, Stewart Painting. Expect the best.
Join the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce for the 2026 Business Expo later today from noon to 4 p.m. There will be over 70 area businesses participating in this event. The Business Expo is one of the Chamber's most popular events that takes place each year. This will be an excellent opportunity for you to connect with local community leaders and area professionals to learn what their businesses have to offer. Stop by and say hello to myself, WATD's Rob Hakala. I'll be broadcasting live from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Expo. The event is free to attend and open to the public. Don't miss your chance to win one of more than 70 free giveaways. Enjoy some networking with Chamber members as you listen to live entertainment throughout the day. It's the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce's 2026 Business Expo later today from noon to 4 p.m. at the Hotel 1620, 180 Water Street on the Plymouth waterfront. Sponsored in part by 95.9 WATD and Hotel 1620. For more information, visit them online at PlymouthChamber.com.
Hi, this is Alyssa McNamara Reed with McNamara Financial in Marshfield. I love Roth IRAs. I love taxes, or at least how they overlap with investments and sometimes can be mitigated. I don't love annuities. I do love helping people with their investments and planning for their financial futures. I'm a problem solver and I like new challenges. There, now you know almost everything about me. Give me a call so I can learn about you. 781-834-2010 or McNamaraFinancial.com.
The North River Theater presents Curate Shakespeare As You Like It by Don Nigro, directed by Lindsay Clinton. When a community theater tries to stage Shakespeare, everything goes hilariously wrong. Egos clash, props vanish, and romances bloom off stage. It's a comedy about putting on a play with just enough Shakespearean speak to keep things authentic and plenty of chaos to keep you laughing. Performances are April 17th through the 26th at North River Theater in Norwell. For tickets and more information, go to northrivertheater.org. That's northrivertheater.org.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers! If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods. Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Breaking news for your home. Way-Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way-Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way-Day. Shop Wayfair's Way-Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hello, Chris Bethany of Bethany Builders here. Are you considering an upcoming home improvement project? A home addition, that new garage with bonus room, or an in-law suite for your parents? If so, then let's go. From design to job completion, Bethany Builders has got you covered. Our goal is to keep your project moving forward, on time, and on budget. Bethany Builders provides free estimates. We are fully licensed, registered, and insured. Call Bethany Builders today at 781-898-8018. Find us on the web at bethanybuilders.com and on Facebook.
Coming up, we have CBS News on the way at 9 o'clock. We'll get you updated on the morning's top stories. CBS News, a new ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon appears to be holding. We'll get more on that. Lori will have local news at 9:03, and then our fifth and final hour coming up. We'll get a preview of what's ahead on the Bethany Builders podcast. This weekend, their new time, Sundays, 12:15 to 1, Sunday afternoons. We'll check in with Chris. And also our sports insider, Quinn Kelly, will be along. And you on the text line, sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. Text into the show. You're welcome to do so. 781-837-4900. 781-837-4900. Route 3 northbound is fine. Southbound busy at Derby Street. The expressway is still heavy east Milton to Andrews Square. This report is sponsored by George Washington Toma. Let George Washington Toma get your renovation project started with huge rebates and discounts this Patriots Day weekend with deals on the newest technology. This spring, your kitchen or laundry project can come to life with the help of George Washington Toma. Visit George Washington Toma in Weymouth or Brockton or online, gwtoma.com. South Shore weather, gray skies, an April shower developing, drying during the midday, highs 61 to 65. It'll be cooler along the coast. Tonight, patchy fog, spotty mist late, a low near 44. 54 degrees in Marshfield. Good morning. 9 o'clock.
This is the South Shore's radio station, WATD FM Marshfield. And on your smart speaker, say play WATD. WATD, here for What's Next.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Despite warnings to stay away, Lebanese civilians are heading home as a 10-day truce between Israel and Hezbollah begins. The BBC's Corinne Torbay is there.
They told us they're really happy and relieved that basically there is this kind of a halt in the bombardment, a ceasefire. But there is very cautious optimism when it comes to how long can this ceasefire last.
Hezbollah says has its finger on the trigger in case Israel violates the terms. U.S.-Iran negotiations could resume this weekend. In Washington, a House member raising suspicions about another member of Congress and claims of sexual misconduct. Republican Anna Paulina Luna tells CBS News she's asked Senate leaders to look at potential allegations against Arizona's Democratic Senator Ruben Gallego. CBS's Nicole Killian on Capitol Hill.
Congresswoman Luna says she has been in touch with Leader Thune's office. He told us the matter has been referred to the Senate Ethics Committee, but a spokesperson for Senator Gallego says he has not been notified or contacted by the panel.
Gallego flatly denies any wrongdoing. This week, Democrat Eric Swalwell and Republican Tony Gonzalez both resigned over alleged sexual misconduct. Workers in Sheboygan, Michigan are racing to shore up a dam after weeks of rain added to snowmelt there. Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Crews have been working incredibly hard to put down sandbags, place pumps, remove gates, restart the turbine, and increase the flow of water around and through the dam.
That dam was built in 1922. No matter where you live, Whitmer says it's another sign the country's 100-year-old infrastructure isn't holding up. Ford is recalling 1.4 million F-150 pickups. WWJ's Jeff Gilbert has details from Detroit.
The 2015 through 17 F-150s have automatic transmissions that can unexpectedly downshift. At least one crash and 2 injuries have been reported, along with 444 warranty claims. Ford says an electrical connection can wear down over time, leading to signal loss from the transmission range sensor.
Former college defensive tackle allegedly posed as an NFL player for money. CBS's Michael Wallace.
Luther Davis won a national championship at Alabama in 2010.
Crimson Tide wins the national championship.
Federal prosecutors say Davis and his co-conspirator C.J. Evans wore wigs and makeup to impersonate 3 NFL players.
All to get fraudulent loans. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here?
How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
Spring showers passing right now, 53 degrees around the South Shore at 9:03. Good morning, I'm Laurie Kirby, WATD News. The news is brought to you at 9 by Instabright. Keep your property looking like it should this spring. With Instabrite's home exterior washing services and a lot more, visit instabrite.com. And inside the Fairmont Copley Plaza Grand Ballroom right now, they're setting up for a news conference scheduled to get underway momentarily with the mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, and other city leaders, police, probably the BAA as well. They're holding a public safety news conference ahead of Marathon Monday, this Patriots Monday. Boston is officially stepping into marathon mode. We have tens of thousands of spectators and, of course, 30,000 athletes from 132 countries in all 50 states that are coming to Boston. They want to keep Boston safe. Extra security measures will be in place throughout the entire weekend in the city of Boston to keep everybody safe. And again, they're going to outline those details, security details, momentarily. Keep it here for updates. We have a couple of historical stories that's going to be a little bit of fun for you coming up in 60 seconds. Don't go away.
Hey, home and condo owners. Have you noticed what the exterior of your home looks like? You have years of accumulated dirt, grime, unsightly mold or mildew on any of the exterior surfaces? Hi, I'm Dave Friedman from Instabright. For over 40 years, we've helped thousands of homeowners, condo associations, and businesses keep their properties looking like they should. We expertly wash pool aprons, decks, fences, and walkways. And all types of roofs can be safely, low-pressure soft washed to remove those nasty dark streaks and all other damaging growths. Listen to what a customer has to say.
Hi, I'm Elisa from Hanson. I have Instabright clean the exterior of my home periodically. Instabright's employees are always professional, courteous, and knowledgeable. I believe in Instabright and recommend them to all my family and friends.
Contact us through our website, instabrite.com, and use our new instant quote option to get immediate pricing to clean the exterior of your home. Clean it right. Call Instabright.
9:05, a monument will be unveiled this Sunday in Marshfield to pay tribute to local residents who fought in the Revolutionary War. Tom Whalen, the head of the town's Revolutionary War Honor Roll Committee, says this will take place in a community that was once seen as a Tory stronghold. Because of the rain in the forecast Sunday afternoon, the dedication ceremony is now being moved inside to the Congregation Church Hall. The ceremony in Marshfield begins at 1 p.m. And History in Plymouth tomorrow, History Symposium, Revolution, Independence, and the South Shore is being presented in Plymouth. The Backroads of the South Shore, which is a consortium of about 20 nonprofits operating more than 25 historic sites across the South Shore, is the host. Joining me now live is Richard Pickering, Deputy Executive Director and Senior Historian at Plymouth Pawtuxet Museums, to tell us all about it. So good morning. Thanks for being here. Tell us about the event and this apparent screening.
Yes, tomorrow night we're showing part of Ken Burns' documentary, American Revolution, because what he did, realizing that not everyone was going to be able to spend 6 hours or more viewing the series, he segmented it into thematic episodes of about 48 minutes. So tomorrow night at 7, we're showing his abridgment of the war from the shot heard round the world through the victory at Yorktown. So we'll have that macro picture of the war. And then I'm going to be in conversation with one of my favorite historians, Peggy Baker, who is the Director Emeritus of Pilgrim Society and Pilgrim Hall. And we're going to go micro and look at Plymouth in the American Revolution.
And a panel discussion will follow. Who was on this panel? I think you just mentioned a few keynote speakers already.
No, I'm sorry. The Backroads event on Saturday, during the day, they will have panels, but this is a film screening where I will be in conversation with Peggy after the showing.
I understand. So you're part of the evening portion of the events. And of course, Ken Burns is such a big name, and Plymouth played such a vital role. I mean, a lot of people say Plymouth is America's hometown. So I can tell you're bursting with pride and excitement here.
Exactly, because our museum for the last year or so, our tagline about America 250 has been revolutionary ideas started here, and looking how the Mayflower Compact and then the 4 law codes of the colony, and Plymouth Colony had the first Bill of Rights in the English-speaking world. It's a little-known piece of knowledge because Massachusetts has so celebrated the Massachusetts Bodies of Liberty of 1641, pushing aside Plymouth Colony's history, but it all started here. And the impact of that particular document on the founders, in particular John Adams, was tremendous. So when we look at our Massachusetts Constitution, John Adams is looking back at 17th century practices in Plymouth and in Massachusetts Bay Colony, and then the founders drafting our national constitution were looking at John Adams. So there's this long line back to Plymouth.
Fascinating. And of course, this is also an observance of America's 250th. Can people still come out tomorrow night?
Oh, certainly. Yes, people have reserved their tickets, but they can walk in tomorrow night as well. And I'm particularly excited to interview Peggy. She is a joy and a font of knowledge and a great storyteller.
As are you, Richard. Delighted to have you as always. Yeah. So have fun. I can tell this is going to be a great event for Plymouth, and a lot of Plymouth pride there. Coming up, the weekend weather from Plymouth to Marshfield, brought to you by George Washington Toma. Let George Washington Toma get your renovation project started with huge rebates and discounts this Patriots Day weekend. Enjoy deals on the newest tech.
Are you planning a marathon search for the right kitchen or laundry appliance? Please come to George Washington Toma TV and Appliance. Hi, I'm George Anthony Toma, president of Team Toma, and finally spring is here. You can tell by all the potholes. So it's time to get your renovation project started. This Patriots Day weekend means rebates and discounts on the newest technology for your kitchen and laundry. Team Toma is ready to make your remodeling dream come true. Shopping local supports and gives back to your community and local charities. Working local has so many advantages, so visit gwtoma.com/careers. You can become a Toma too. Join us this Patriots Day week and spring into your kitchen or laundry renovation. Team Toma also offers 12 months interest-free financing with your good credit So visit us Patriots Day week at George Washington Toma TV and Appliance in Weymouth, Brockton, and at gwtoma.com, or visit us on Facebook and Instagram.
At George Washington Toma, there's always a Toma to talk to.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And taking a look at your Friday ride, still some slow spots. The good news, usually lighter on a Friday morning. Northbound on the expressway, we are still dealing with some slowdowns from Granite Ave up towards Andrews Square. We also had a disabled vehicle at the start of the ramp, off-ramp to the Pike and South Station. That exit 16 on the expressway, the right lane is taken for a breakdown on that ramp. Route 3 looks good along the South Shore. No delays at the Cape Bridges, 24 or 128. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
A rather gray sky. An April shower developing. It'll be dry through the middle of the day. Another shower around later. A high of 61 to 65. Cooler at the coast. Tonight, patches of fog, spotty mist in the mid-40s, and we'll stay raw tomorrow with fog, patchy mist at times in the air, a raw breeze off the Atlantic, a high of 53. Sunday looks wetter with showers moving in, some rain, the high 56. Monday, great day for runners at the Boston Marathon with an offshore breeze. Now, it's not from the southwest, it'll be from the northwest, keeping it very dry and on the cooler side. Even as sunshine breaks through the clouds, it can be a stray sprinkle late in the day, a high of 49. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
53 degrees in Marshfield at the weather station WATD. I'm Laurie Kirby at 9:13. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
Got it, Lori. Here we go. Fifth and final hour of the South Shore's Morning News coming to you from Broadcast House in beautiful Marshfield. Thank you so much for listening to us at 95.9 FM, anywhere on the Audacy app. And, of course, watching the YouTube feed, WATD Radio on YouTube. You can watch the show and also go into the YouTube chat room and leave your comments there. Text line is open. You want to connect into the show? We'd love to hear from you. The text line is 781-837-4900. Comment on any of the topics we brought up or bring your own. If you have a question, text it in. 781-837-4900. The text line sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. Coming up later in the hour, it's a Friday. Sports insider Quinn Kelly will be in. Right now, we're going to get a preview as to what's coming up on the Bethany Builders podcast. And I know, Lori, you wanted to say hi to him as well. He is on the line. We have Chris Bethany, principal builder at Bethany Builders in Duxbury. Chris, good morning.
Rob, good morning, and good morning, Laurie, and everybody listening here on the South Shore Morning News.
Yes, because a little elf left me something on the shelf. And I just want to say, just delighted. Thank you so much.
Well, Laurie, you're a ton of fun, and it's our pleasure, but yeah, we got you. The elf showed up.
Yes, you're my favorite elf. Thank you, dear. I'm going to go listen to a news conference, so I'm going to let you guys do your thing.
Oh, yeah, you go. Yeah, thank you, Lori. Yeah,
Laurie, have a great Friday and a great weekend.
You too, pal.
Go. Yeah, she's getting ready to listen to the news conference. Chris says the mayor is speaking to preview what's coming up on Monday, which is always exciting. A big shout out to all those runners that take part in the Boston Marathon. That's amazing. Unbelievable.
To be able to do that, it's an incredible accomplishment, and I'm excited to be following that on Monday as well, Rob.
Yeah, what a tradition. Well, let me get to what you got cooking. You always got a lot of plates in the air, right, Chris?
Rob, we try. You know, we love life, and here in the South Shore, we got to stay busy, right? We always got to keep doing something.
Yeah, that's for sure. Bring us up to date. We'll preview what's coming up on the show, and I know you had a couple of other notes to get to, right?
We did, you know. So what we'll do, let's touch the show, the Bethany Builders podcast that obviously airs live on 95.9 WATD FM on Sunday afternoons, 12:15 to 1 p.m. We're so excited for Sunday's upcoming show, but a little quick recap, what took place last Sunday. Got a lot of feedback from our listeners here in the South Shore. It's great. We had Building Commissioner Andrew Stewart come on, and myself, and of course Sophia. And Andrew engaged, again, on the subject of ADUs, or accessory dwelling units, here in the South Shore and throughout Massachusetts. Rob, I got to tell you, it was a great episode. I myself found it very informative. We're able to touch on some subjects on what you can do, what you can't do, or how to navigate to accomplish some things people had asked about, things like basement heights, is it finished space or living space? A lot of details that are helping people, not only homeowners and consumers, but building professionals, whether you're a builder, whether you're a registered architect. You know, the answers are still coming forward, but what better to bring them forward with our building officials here throughout the South Shore for our listeners.
Wow, that's great. Well, it's so good to have the experts available and to be able to call or text you and the crew on Sunday afternoons. We've got John Paul, the car doctor, and then right after the noon news, it goes right into the Bethany Builders podcast, 12:15 to 1 with you and Sophia and the crew.
Well, it's ironic that you say that. We're big fans of the car doctor and John and everything he talks about. We do happen to build a lot of custom garages. People have antique cars. People want to put car lifts to do their automotive. They enjoy it as a hobby and things of that nature. So it's very common at Bethany Builders. We build garages with rooms above, or just garages for people for recreational services. Shout out to the car doctor, Rob.
Good stuff. All right. You're looking forward. We've got spring is here. We're midway through April. Chris, what other projects are you looking forward to?
Well, we're excited. We're getting ready. We're starting 2 ADUs, or accessory dwelling units, here in the neighboring towns here in the South Shore. We're excited about that. We have a multiple house build-out project that we're going to be doing in the South Shore, and folks, give us a call. One call does it all here at Bethany Builders. Of course, Rob, if I can plug us at 781-898-8018. Whether it's a deck, whether it's an addition, ADU, we're here to service everybody in the South Shore. We want your business. Rob, on another front, and I won't keep it brief, we're very excited. A good friend of mine, actually an Olympic gold medalist and 2-time UFC champion, Henry Cejudo, very well known worldwide, actually is competing tonight on Fox Nation. It's obviously Fox TV, down in Philadelphia on a wrestling card, actual wrestling, and many worldwide known celebrities are on that card in the athletic industry. He's going to be coming to town next Wednesday, the 22nd. He's going to come to support Sophia and her project, Sophia Bethany's ADU Blessing Project, building that ADU for a veteran in need of permanent housing. We're going to go stop at some local businesses here in the South Shore. Hopeful to join Quinn Kelly at 3 p.m. next week, which is Wednesday, to talk about some of the project and get a chance for folks to call in or text to reach out to Henry Cejudo. And then ultimately we'll end our day at Fenway Park. We're going to be on the field, and the Boston Red Sox are bringing Sophia and her project and our veteran Allen in as VIPs on the field pregame. So it's an exciting week for us, Rob.
Wow, it certainly does. All right, Henry Cejudo. Okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, lots of great things happening. Stay connected. Bethany Builders. You'll see them on social media, Bethany Builders. And, of course, tune into the Bethany Builders podcast Sunday, 12:15 to 1 on WATD.
And if he's listening, I want to shout out to him. Henry Cejudo's nickname is Triple C. So for all our listeners, look him up on Google. I'll tell you, or watch him tonight on Fox Nation. Rob, thank you for having us. Want to wish everybody a great Friday, and we'll see you Sunday afternoon at 12:15 p.m.
I love it. Thank you, Chris. Have a good weekend.
You too, Rob.
Thank you. That's Chris Bethany, Builders Podcast. All right. Text line is available, 781-837-4900 to connect in. We got John, Pete, Tony, Lisa from Humrock checking in. All right. Feel free to do that, 781-837-4900. The Strait of Hormuz fully open, we're told. We'll get an update on that at 9:31 with CBS, and our sports insider Quinn Kelly is coming up. Right now, traffic and weather, and we're looking at a good ride on Route 3. No issues in either direction. 24 is fine. 128 is okay through Dedham and Needham. And the expressway is busy around Granite and Neponset up towards Columbia Road. We did have a breakdown in the off-ramp to the Pike exit, so watch out for that. South Shore weather for today. We will have clouds for the most part. Gray skies, April shower developing, and then drying during the midday. Highs 61 to 65, cooler at the coast. Tonight, patchy fog, spotty mist late, a low near 44. Tomorrow, Saturday, fog, some mist in the air, rather raw, an ocean breeze, a high near 53. Right now, 55 in Marshfield at the weather station, WATD. Join the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce for the 2026 Business Expo later today from noon to 4 p.m. There will be over 70 area businesses participating in this event. The Business Expo is one of the Chamber's most popular events that takes place each year. This will be an excellent opportunity for you to connect with local community leaders and area professionals to learn what their businesses have to offer. Stop by and say hello to myself, WATD's Rob Hakala. I'll be broadcasting live from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Expo. The event is free to attend and open to the public. Don't miss your chance to win one of more than 70 free giveaways. Enjoy some networking with Chamber members as you listen to live entertainment throughout the day. It's the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce's 2026 Business Expo later today from noon to 4 p.m. at the Hotel 1620, 180 Water Street on the Plymouth waterfront. Sponsored in part by 95.9 WATD and Hotel 1620. For more information, visit them online at PlymouthChamber.com.
Take all of these, but not this box. I'll handle this one. Thanks, guys. Moving is exhausting. I'm glad it's almost over. Just trying to figure out what to keep and what to throw away can be overwhelming. One thing I take seriously is making sure I don't throw away anything that is toxic or contains mercury. Items like these curly light bulbs, thermometers, watch batteries, and old fluorescent tubes. I even found this jar of elemental mercury my grandfather left behind in the shed. And getting information on how to dispose of it is easy. I just Googled South Shore Mercury and found a great website, the South Shore Recycling Cooperative. It's loaded with information on what we should do with mercury and other hazardous materials. Less of this going into the trash means less mercury or contaminants that can get into our drinking water or the environment. With a little bit of effort, we can all make a big difference. Visit southshorerecycling.org for more information.
It's the bottom of the ninth. Luchetti's is up to bat. Bases are juiced with their lineup of quality pre-owned cars. The Jeep Wrangler takes his lead off third. The Nissan Murano behind him at second. The Honda Civic, the trail car, at first.
Big spot for these young guys. All 2025 makes, brand new to Luchetti's. Love to see them making an impact early.
Joe Schmo on the bump for sleazy used car lots. He's got to be shaking in his boots with who's coming to bat.
Here he comes. It's that big Ford Bronco. What a year he's having for Luchetti's. Just 15,000 miles on him. I wouldn't want to pitch to this guy.
Schmo sets and delivers. And there it goes, another grand slam for Luchetti's.
We shouldn't be surprised. With a lineup of quality pre-owned cars this deep, it's no wonder that nobody can hang with Luchetti's.
Well, you know what they say, you can't compete with complete.
Breaking news for your home. Wayday. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Hi, I'm Sharon McNamara, full-time real estate agent and broker-owner of Boston Connect Real Estate. My co-host, Melissa Wallace, and I talk Real Estate Roundtable. We can't wait to connect with you at bringing you all the insights, tips, and trends in real estate here on WATD, so we can talk real estate.
Talk Real Estate Roundtable with Sharon McNamara and Melissa Wallace, Saturday mornings at 8 on 95.9 WATD.
Well, we are rolling along. Yeah, got a nice deep voice. Was screaming too much last night at the Talking Information Center auction. We had a great time last night. Radio reading service for the blind and visually impaired. Talking Information Center, TIC Network. It was their Evening Under the Stars Gala at the Barker Tavern in Scituate. A lot of fun to be there hosting last night. The chief, was there as well. Amazing. Have a chance to meet Johnny Busick last night. He was there being honored as well. And a very good time had by all. A lot of our wonderful legislators showing up as well. Shout out, of course, to State Representatives Kathy Lenatra. And, we did. You're right, Patrick O'Connor. Senator Patrick O'Connor was there earlier as well. And it was just a great night, raising a lot of money for the Talking Information Center and everything you do. Yep, State Rep Joan Moschino and State Representative Dave DeCoste, Sheriff Joe McDonald, Plymouth County DA Tim Cruz, all out supporting TIC. And Tony O'Brien, congratulations as well. He said, good night. Thank you for honoring the Bruins legend Johnny Busick, champion sports and community leader, joyful event for a great cause. And, look at that. He's showing the picture that the cookies they had made, those custom Talking Information Center cookies. And, you had the salmon. All right, it was salmon or chicken was the choice last night for dinner. It was very good. I remember I had the lasagna. All right, see if anybody gets that reference. Any of our older listeners? Okay, all right, had the lasagna. All right, it is 9:28 on WATD. Text line is open, 781-837-4900, sponsored by there's Maria from Auto Shine texting in on our own text line, Maria. Hey, look at that, making it even shinier. Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. You bend it, they mend it. You better believe it. Auto Shine Auto Body. And we're coming to you from the beautiful, you can check it out on YouTube, Coastal Heritage Bank Studios, community focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Member FDIC, member DIF. Coastal Heritage Bank. And you can check the program out on YouTube at WATD Radio on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube. And you can join in the chat as well on YouTube. It looks like Lord Hadaway is doing very well in the chat. And Gork4965 and Eric in there as well. So that's another fun place to go and have a conversation in the chat room on YouTube if you like doing that as well. All right, coming up, I promise we'll get the update from CBS on the Strait of Hormuz. We're getting an update that Strait of Hormuz is fully open with the ceasefire deal. We'll get the latest on that. Also, our sports insider, Quinn Kelly, he'll be in, and anything you want to bring to the table as well, feel free to do that at 781-837-4900, our text line, and we'll read all your text messages at the end of the show. Route 3 is okay along the South Shore. Not seeing any delays on 24 or 128. The expressway is still busy from Granite Ave up towards Southampton Street. South Shore weather for today, we are going to have gray skies, shower, light rain or mist around, and then drying out in the midday, a high 61. A little cooler at the coast, 65, 61 to 65, but definitely feeling cooler along the coastal areas. Tonight, patchy fog, spotty mist late, a low near 44. Tomorrow, fog, some mist in the air, raw ocean breeze, 53. And then for Sunday, mainly cloudy, an afternoon shower, patchy fog or drizzle, the high up about 56. Right now, outside our studio, we have cloudy skies, and the temperature is 56 right now outside our studio in Marshfield at the weather station, 95.9 WATD. All right, our sports insider Quinn Kelly is coming up, but first, a special report from CBS on the Strait of Hormuz, now reported to be fully open amid this latest ceasefire. Let's get more in this live report.
CBS News special report. We have breaking news from the Middle East. Iran's foreign minister has just declared the Strait of Hormuz open to shipping traffic. President Trump says he welcomes the announcement, which comes hours after an Israel-Lebanon ceasefire began. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata reports from Tel Aviv.
This comes from the foreign minister, Syed Abbas Araghchi. Pardon me while I read this off. In line with the ceasefire in Lebanon, the passage for all commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz is declared completely open for the remaining period of the ceasefire. This is a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon.
Oil prices are already tumbling.
The real question here, does that open the floodgates, right? Are we now expecting a ton of oil tankers and other cargo ships to flood out of that area, because this is a temporary 10-day truce?
Oil's down almost 11% at the moment. Dow futures up 567. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Interested in the future of development on the South Shore? Join the South Shore Chamber of Commerce Tuesday, May 12th from 8 to 11:30 a.m. for the South Shore Development Summit at Granite Links Golf Club in Quincy. Connect with industry leaders, policymakers, and business professionals and explore how evolving housing policies influence economic opportunity across the South Shore and beyond. Hear from a panel of industry experts as they share insights, perspectives, and real-world implications surrounding rent control and its economic development. The South Shore Development Summit is presented in partnership with the South Shore Economic Development Corporation and New England Real Estate Journal, and sponsored by Northeastern Savings Bank, supporting strong communities and smart development. That's Tuesday, May 12th from 8 to 11:30 a.m. at Granite Links Golf Club, 100 Quarry Hills Drive, Quincy. Early bird pricing is available through April 27th. For information and registration, go to southshorechamber.org.
Hello, this is Duncan Gray of Eldred's Auctioneers and Appraisers and host of the Eldred's Antique Hour. Have you ever thought about the value of lunchboxes from the 1960s or 1970s? Did you know that Henry Ford had an integral part in the creation of the first charcoal briquettes? Please join us here tomorrow morning from 10 to 11 when we continue these discussions and much more with fascinating guests, your call-ins regarding antiques, arts, and auctions, and the historical context that makes these items so interesting. Right here on 95.9 WATD.
Sports Insider Time with Quinn Kelly. He joins us in studio every Friday. There he is. You can catch him on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube, and follow the show there. And also, a lot of people like going into this chat room. We opened that up to see what's going on there. People can go in and chat, and sometimes they like to just go in and chat by themselves. You never know. It's a fun little thing. We just unleashed it.
Just love a good echo chamber.
Yeah, why not? All right. And if you got any sports questions, get them in for Quinn at 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. Quinn Kelly wants to take your sports questions. All right, let's see, Quinn. So let's get into some of the playoff talk first here, because I am excited. I think most people are. By the way, it was a lot of fun. Speaking of the Bruins, to meet the Chief last night. He was there at the Talking Information Gala, being honored. Johnny Busick, and receiving an order and an award. And so many people really look up to this guy. And I guess he really is a nice guy in real life. He really is.
So many of those guys are. I think it's probably got to be the highest percentage of just good guys is the retired hockey players. They all seem to be pretty good guys.
It's great, they are, and they remain. He like his friends were there and his family, and it was just amazing. And they gave him the microphone, as I said earlier before. He didn't want to give it up, because he's, obviously he's older now, so they didn't make him walk all the way up to get his award. They brought it over to him, and they give the microphone to him at the table, and he grabs it, and then he just starts telling the best stories of his times with the Bruins and all the other things, and just some fun stories about life as well. And he had the whole place like a little bit like a moment you're shedding a tear and then laughing out loud. And it was great. So good night last night. Let's talk about the Bruins. He said, and he was saying last night, that they can surprise you. What are your thoughts here? I know Matt from Pembroke was saying that this is a tough wall to get over here, Buffalo.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the certainly the lesser of two evils, right? I think that they got not lucky, but that they needed to finish strong down the stretch. Getting those 2 wins and making sure that they avoided Carolina was huge for them. I mean, that was really, really big, because I think almost without question it's a gentleman's sweep. Maybe it goes 5 games with Carolina, and that's about it. I don't think they were going to be able to hang with the Hurricanes. And frankly, had Tampa Bay found a way to get past Buffalo, I think that would have been a really tough series as well. I think Buffalo is who you want. I know they've been unstoppable for stretches. They've been one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference for really all of the year. But I just think you can't underestimate the kind of the youth of that group in terms of playoff experience. Now, that's not to say that this Bruins unit has a lot of experience together in the playoffs. They don't. But you have guys that have some good experience, and I think Buffalo just comes into this with so much more pressure. They haven't been there in forever. They snapped the longest playoff drought in the NHL. And I think that, going in, that they're going to have heightened emotion going into that first game. There's a lot more pressure, I think, in a lot of ways on Buffalo. It's not... they're not such a downtrodden sports town that it's like, hey, just getting to the dance is enough. Like they want to go out and win a playoff series. They don't want to bow out as the number 1 seed. So I think that, the Bruins can surprise them a little bit. They're going to be playing with a lot more nerves. Bruins weren't really supposed to be here either. So this is I think a freewheeling kind of playoff.
Well, it'll be be interesting to see, I guess, what happens. And they'll start the series in Buffalo, and we'll look to see if they can get, we know the Bruins can win on the road. That's for sure. So they have no problem doing that. If they could take, what do you think, 1 out of 2? I mean, obviously, they got to get a win on the road to be a nice start.
Yeah, I think so. I frankly, I wouldn't be shocked to see them kind of let the air out of the balloon and get game 1. Just kind of steal game 1. Buffalo's focus is elsewhere. I kind of feel like it's going one of 2 ways. I think either the Bruins take game 1 or they get their doors blown off in game 1. Right. I don't think it's going to be like a tight loss. Yeah. I think either Buffalo comes out really riding the emotion high, or the Bruins kind of surprise them. And listen, I think they can get one of the 2 in Buffalo, and then you take it home from there. But I think this was the matchup that is most likely to go deep in a series, to get 6 or 7 games out of this one, and I think the Bruins can do it.
All right, this will be probably. Hopefully, if they do stay in, this could be a long series, though. This could go.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I think so. All right, first game will be Sunday evening in Buffalo, and that is at 7:30. All right, on to the Celtics, who are going to be home Sunday at the Garden. This will be a lot of fun. Philadelphia will be in town, and the Celtics. It's time now to get it done, right, Quinn?
Yeah, I mean, it's as simple as this. You don't have the benefit. I know that they tried to kind of make it this whole thing like, oh, look what we did in a gap year. Look what we did in a year where we weren't supposed to do anything. I think it was, I was never of the mind that they weren't going to be a contender in the East because Jason Tatum was down. They probably didn't have a championship ceiling if he wasn't there, but they still had Derek White and Jaylen Brown. Couldn't have imagined quite how nicely some of the role players would come along, but you thought they were going to contend. Now Jason Tatum is back. They're the favorite in the East, so they don't really walk into these playoffs. They have to kind of shed the mentality that it's all gravy here. They're going to go in as the favorite in the Eastern Conference, and the expectation is going to be that they are the representative from the East in the NBA Finals. So I think the pressure is back on the Celtics in a year where maybe they thought they were going to get by without it. But full complement of players, they just got to get healthy. That's the big thing. It feels like there's a lot of little nagging kind of things that are, built up with the guys heading into the playoffs. But if they can stay healthy, I mean,
how about Philadelphia with some of their health issues? Yeah,
so I think that the matchup here is really, it's Tyrese Maxey. It's just, you're going in with a less than 100%.
He's been impressive to watch, though.
He's
the reason I know that I'm not sporty is because I hear his name said over and over again on the radio play-by-play. So I know that this guy is just there all the time.
He's great. He's really good against you. And typically, Derek White it goes a long way towards limiting him. And I think that Derek White, he himself is going to be limited in this series. He's dealing with some stuff. So I think that's going to be this. It might not be a cupcake first round the way that we've kind of gotten used to when they see Philadelphia. I mean, the Celtics have pretty well handled Philadelphia in the playoffs for the last number of years. I think that they're getting through. I don't have any question that the Celtics will be playing in the second round. But I do think that Philly's going to provide a little bit more of a challenge, just kind of in certain matchups.
AP is predicting Celtics in 6. What do you think of that?
Yeah, see, I think that's kind of in line with what I think.
Yeah.
I think I would be surprised if Philly didn't steal 1 or 2. If they don't, that's a great sign. That's a sign that this team is really taking it seriously. They know what's ahead of them. But I would be surprised if the Celtics didn't give 1 or 2 up. It's going to be a little bit more of a dogfight than usual.
Sunday at 1 at the Garden. All right. Everybody will be there. You'll see some good photos, I'm sure. All right. Let's see. Red Sox, they are, this will be fun at Fenway tonight. Sox and Tigers.
Yeah, Sox and Tigers. I think that for early season, obviously, the Marathon Monday, Patriots Day weekend series is always a lot of fun. You get a 4-game set. You've got the day game on Monday. It's a really important series for the Red Sox. I know, it's early in the season. You can't fall out of it just yet. But I just think coming home, 4-game set on what is obviously a very important weekend in the city, they just need to show up. I mean, it's as simple as that. It was a bit of a disastrous trip. Obviously, they got away with the win in the final game out in Minnesota, but you were riding high. You're on a couple-game win streak. You've won back-to-back series. You send your ace out in game 1, and he gets his doors blown off. Like that was a big blow to this team, I think. The AL East, nobody has really stepped forward yet and looks like they're going to be the world beater. They're going to be, you're not going to be able to overcome them. So I think for the combination of, hey, this is an important weekend, you're going to have great home crowds. Weather is going to be kind of nasty, but you're still going to have people out of the ball game, excited for you to be back. And knowing that that AL East play begins right after this weekend, where you're going to have the Yankees in town and then down in Baltimore and Toronto, or Baltimore and Tampa maybe, now it starts to matter, right? You're getting into the middle of April. We're starting to see May kind of crystallize on the calendar. You've got to start picking up some wins. It's as simple as that. So this is an important series for the Red Sox. Yeah,
this is, and I mentioned earlier, I forgot, it's the 4-game series because they've got the Marathon Monday game, traditional. Patriots Day, 11:10, first pitch. It's always fun, isn't it? Such a great day. It really is. So much going on. We got the Marathon, of course. It's a big sporting event. You heading to Hopkinton this year?
No.
Okay. All right.
Can't say I will be.
Okay. All right. It's always fun to watch, though.
No, it is. It is. I've watched 4 marathons from out on the lawn in Commonwealth Ave and Chestnut Hill, and that's just.
I was going to say, right? Yeah, you must have had a good view there.
Gosh, my God, it was awesome. But I was never. Did you ever go to the marathon?
A few years. Yeah. Well, I would go to the end with my dad, and then there was one year I think we went along the way to watch somewhere. I forget where we were, but it was somewhere like midway through the route. It was kind of fun. Yeah, it was like Wellesley, I don't know, somewhere like that. But it's fun.
It is. Yeah, it's a great day. I mean,
I've never been to the start though. I've never been to Hopkinton. No. I think that would be fun to do. But I gotta be here. But it'll be fun. Maybe we'll go there someday and do the show or something. That'll be fun. Let's see. Go to the text line 781-837. Pete from Hingham. Okay, I knew someone would bring this up. The story.
Vrabel?
Yeah. Okay, that's okay. No, Pete from Hingham wants to know, what does Quinn think about Vrabel and the sportscaster? Now, I understand she was not fired, right? She resigned.
No, she resigned.
And so people say, well, why is nothing happening to Vrabel? Or I don't know. Is there still more? Anything new?
So, no. I mean, I'll give you, this is probably not.
It's Pete from Hingham.
I mean, I just, this is the thing. Like, okay, we know people in our personal lives, so I don't really think a whole lot of anything happened necessarily. I tend to buy the, hey, it was a compromising photo. Maybe we did something that's in the gray area of what you'd really like to see me doing. But, no real harm, no foul, pictures taken out of context. At the end of the day, like, we know people in our personal lives who maybe are, succumb to infidelity. Like, you want to blow out a football coach because of something in his personal life that is, outside of his family, victimless. Like, I don't really, I think the outrage is a little bit much.
It's not like the Udoka, right? The Ime Udoka.
No, exactly. Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's,
that person was working under him, right? Is
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there was some political interplay with that. And frankly, like people would argue from her perspective, maybe there is, but I think that I was saying this to somebody, reporters, every coach has a reporter that they're probably really close with. That is every team has an insider source, right? There's one reporter for every team in the league that just seems to have information before anybody else, or seems to have the right information when others don't. And it's typically just because the coach has grown close to that person. Maybe in this case, Mike Vrabel is a little too close to Diana Rossini, but it's really no different than a coach having a relationship with anybody. It's just that maybe that the boundaries of that relationship were not what they should be. But I mean, is he giving away trade secrets? Do you feel like the Patriots, is some other team getting the Patriots play scripts because Mike Vrabel's going on vacation with Diana Rossini? I don't know. I just this story to me is not to be dismissive, but like wholly uninteresting. I just I think that. Right. It's a little bit kind of.
I will not bring it up next Friday.
No, yeah. But I think people are very interested in it, and I recognize that. I just, what do you want?
No, I know. I feel like there is not much more there. Yeah, I guess, and I guess for her case,
did you read her statement?
I did. Yeah.
I thought it was, for a bad situation, I thought it was a pretty well done. Like, hey, listen, this thing is snowballing. I'm resigning. Her contract was up in June anyways.
Yes.
This probably made it unlikely she was going to resign.
Yeah.
So
better to go out on your own terms and then talk about that. There's no need for the publication to be wrapped up in all of this.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was a
good split there, and she'll be back doing something like everybody always.
Well, that's
is.
the thing. I mean, she's talented. Talent talks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Quinn Kelly, Sports Insider. He joins us every Friday. He'll be on this afternoon at 3 on WATD. Thanks, Quinn.
Can't wait. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you. Happy Friday. The local artist for today is Sam Luke Chase. Sam Luke Chase is from Scituate, and you can catch him at Soundcheck Studios in Pembroke tomorrow. Along with the Jay Pissarros Band and Ward Hayden and the Outliers, the night is being billed as Trillium Presents, and you can learn more at soundcheck-studios.com. This is called Date Night from Sam Luke Chase, the local artist, on this Friday, 95.9 WATD.
I'm sitting here trying to write a song, but all the words are coming out wrong, and we're out of creamer. Seen a lot of changes in my life, making sweet babies with my wife, so many house projects. When we finally get the kids to sleep, and it's just me and my lady, that's when they start crying. Finally hit just like a stone, and that we need a night alone. Think maybe it's time for a date night, late night, city feel bright lights. We can stay up all night too. Get out of the blue jean routine, sweatpants, laundry, and do the things we used to do. Like head to the beach, dip our toes in the sand, pretend like we're sitting in the Keys again. 'Cause baby, it's a date night. Now the morning comes so fast, and I'm moving like molasses. Time to change a diaper. Now that we've had our fun, a new day has just begun. It's time to plan the next one. Find a card that we can play. I hope your parents say the day, 'cause you know it's time for another date night, late night, city feel bright lights. We can stay up all night too. Get out of the blue jean routine, sweatpants, laundry, and party city feel bright lights. We can stay up all night to get out of the blue jean routine, sweatpants, laundry, and party like we used to. We could head to the beach, dipping toes in the sand, pretend like we're sitting in the Keys again. 'Cause baby, it's a date night. 'Cause baby, it's a date night. Oh, baby, it's a date night.
Yeah.
It's a date night.
Sam, Luke, Chase, and Date Night, 95.9 WATD, the South Shores radio station. All right, final thoughts coming up. We'll get to the text line. You want to chime in, 781-837-4900. You want to talk about any sports stories, something else you want to bring up, just a good morning message. Feel free to do that on the text line at 781-837-4900. The text line is there for you. All texters are welcome. It's a chance to connect. Sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. All right, coming up, we'll also have the entertainment report. And then Audrey's on the way after 10 to 3 on WATD. Route 3 northbound looks good along the South Shore and no delays southbound either now. 24, 128 are fine. And the expressway is still a little busy from Neponset up towards Southampton Street. Your drive time coming in at about 15 minutes. Braintree to Boston. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weekend weather forecast, and let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rob Gilman.
On the cooler side, in fact, the ocean breeze will be increasing as we go into the weekend. An April shower or two in the low to mid 60s. Tonight, still raw with that breeze off the ocean, patchy fog, a bit of mist in the air in the mid 40s. Tomorrow, low overcast with fog. I know a lot's going on outside. There'll be some mist in the air. Raw breeze off the Atlantic, a high of 53. Sunday, shower two, then some rain in the mid 50s. Monday at the Boston Marathon, runners will have the wind at their back for the most part from the northwest. But a gusty, cooler, even with some sunshine breaking through the clouds, a stray sprinkle, a high of 49. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Thanks, Rob. And right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, 58 at the weather station, WATD.
Have you ever noticed the line at the car wash on the first nice day of spring? Everyone wants to wash the winter grime off their cars. Why not do the same for the exterior of your home? I'm Dave Friedman, owner of Instabright. See before and after pictures on our website, instabright.com. Clean it right. Call Instabright.
Nezzarella's Farm of Marshfield is open. After a long, cold winter, let's go visit Paul Nezzarella.
I own and operate Nezzarella's Farms in Marshfield, 1200 Ocean Street, which is Route 139.
Tell us about your 4 greenhouses.
As long as it's sunny out, it's between 80 and 95 degrees in the greenhouses. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you walk through it, it's like walking through the Garden of Eden. They are beautiful. In the month of April, you can plant a lot of early spring vegetable plants, lettuces, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. You can start putting in your spring bulbs also, as long as the ground's not too cold. As Mother Nature gives us some good weather, we can move right along with her. Nezzarella's Farms of Marshfield, 1200 Ocean Street, 139. Our phone number is 781-834-2833.
And online, Nezzarellas.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all, because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep, now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
This is the CBS Entertainment Report. Things are far from what you'd call normal in this movie.
People seem friendly enough.
Maybe. Bob Odenkirk stars in Normal, one of the craziest action films you'll ever see. He plays a small-town sheriff where things are not exactly what they seem.
Nothing to see here.
It's a joy to see with a group.
So I told Bob I saw it solo, and in turn, he says, go again.
Like when it becomes a pure action film, you know it from everybody's reaction. And I feel bad that you saw it alone. I hope you'll go see it again with a group.
Okay, fine. You guys can come with me. Normal is in theaters now. For CBS Entertainment, I'm Matt Wolf.
Hey, it's CBS News business analyst and certified financial planner Jill Schlesinger. Follow and listen to Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger on the free Audacy app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Paul Solano of the Paul Ponders Radio Show, presented by Northeastern Fence and Supply Corporation of Saugus, where they have fences for your kids, dogs, and ugly neighbors. Please join me for season number 2, Saturdays from 12:08 to 1 p.m. before the music with Ron Dwyer. It was a great first year in the slot of the Boiling Point with Arthur Boyle. We have really informative segments on technology, health and wellness, business and finances, nonprofits, and Paul Pondering Thoughts. Catch you on Saturdays at 12:08 p.m. #Indeed.
Tomorrow afternoon on 95.9 WATD.
Don't forget, today is the day. Stop by Hotel 1620 in Plymouth today for the 2026 Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo. I will be there. Connect with community leaders, enjoy free giveaways, and stop by the WATD table. It's going to be decorated. We'll have WATD bags. We'll say hello. And Larry will be there as well, engineering Larry Nelson. So come on by. It's free to attend. Open to the public. You can just pull on up noon to 4. Get more information at PlymouthChamber.com. PlymouthChamber.com. All right, Lori. End of the week, huh? Time to have the mailman come in and bring in some text messages. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, Rob.
All right, 781-837-4900 is the text line. 781. Oh, sorry, mailman.
I'm the mailman. Don't nobody mess with me.
Best part.
I'm the mailman. If you didn't know, I'm the mailman.
Bring the mail to your door. All right. Let's see what we got here, Lori, on the text line. It's 781-837-4900. 781-837-4900. Let's see. We had Matt from Pembroke checked in. Of course, he said an amazing to hear about the fundraiser, the Talking Information Center. And he was very excited. I know he couldn't be there, but he said it was great that he heard that Johnny Busick was there, the chief. And Matt from Pembroke wants to say, don't forget, it's a week from today, the 4th annual Right Whale Day. He's looking forward. He's going to be at the New England Aquarium a week from today for Right Whale Day. And later in the day, he's going to the Center Coastal Studies in Provincetown to listen to a right whale discussion. And he's really looking forward to it. As you know, he's the guy behind Right Whale Day here in the Commonwealth. Paul in Bridgewater checked in to say hi. So did Gray Wolf in Kingston and John from Marshfield. Lisa in Hummerock said, I had the pleasure of meeting the chief, Johnny Busick, years ago at the Garden. My son, Christian, played for Hanover Youth Hockey, and the entire boys program participated in a hockey game at the Garden, and the chief was the ref for a period or two.
Oh, fun.
After the event, he was in the locker room and sat with each child individually, allowing pictures, autographed anything and everything for everyone who wanted one. He's an incredible, generous, and kind man.
Class act.
It's Lisa from Humrock. Tony O'Brien, our good friend Tony O'Brien, had a great time. He said it was a wonderful evening, and he said thank you to the Barker House for that lovely salmon meal. Lori, I hope you're not jealous now, but
Of course I'm jealous.
He enjoyed the salmon and enjoyed having a great night, supporting the Talking Information Center, TIC Network, and also getting to honor Bruins legend Johnny Busick, a champion, sports, and community leader. Maria from AutoShine. She sponsors our text line, by the way, AutoShine Auto Body. Maria from AutoShine.
Cool.
She wanted to wish me welcome back. Yeah, as I was off yesterday. Not for, of course, a vacation, Lori.
See, people notice.
I guess they noticed. Yeah, I didn't think anybody would know. I figured you just sub me in with Larry. It'll be fine. Just radio guy. But yeah, no, I was. It was my first day of grand jury. And I know you were very excited, so I'll just give you a little tidbit here. So we were going into the grand jury, and then and I couldn't believe it. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to that story, and have yourself a great weekend. Thanks to everybody for texting in, and Lori, have yourself a great weekend.
Okay, that's my favorite bit.
We'll talk
knock
Monday.
It old.
Okay, yeah, you can't go wrong with Herb Alpert. All right, Audrey's up next. Don't forget, a lot of great things happening this weekend. The big event, Lori, you want to plug it for Marshfield? They're having the unveiling of the this is for the those who
the Revolutionary War statue. I thought you were going to say the Boston Marathon.
Well, we got that coming up, but before that, it's Sunday.
Sunday at 1, the
At 1.
Congregational Hall, because it's going to rain. Possibly.
And don't forget, too, the big Abington-Rockland townwide yard sale is supposed to be tomorrow,
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm going to bring my junk and set up a table.
There
Hope
you go.
don't mind.
She's not
Hi,
from
neighbor.
Abington and Rockland. All right.
That's all she wrote.
Well, come on. All right.
Didn't
Of course you
ride
do.
no
All right.
more.
Bye, Lori. Bye-bye.
She left the gloom hanging
Bye, everybody. Audrey's up next.
The South Shore's